Hello. Good evening. We started a little early, so we're just waiting for people to arrive. We're not going to start the build till 7 o'clock, so this is just a prep session, if you will, whilst everybody sort of nestles in and gets ready for the evening that lies ahead. I'm ready. It's hotter than hell in here, so I'm trying to keep cool at the same time. I'm hoping this has gone through to the one that I set up. If it hasn't, that's a nightmare. But if you just joined us now and it didn't appear on the other one, I apologise for that. It's what it is. But we're just waiting for a few others to turn up, so we're not starting straight away. We're going to start just after 7, so a couple of minutes past 7. We'll let plenty of people sort of arrive and get ready so they can be here from the beginning, and that's what we're going to be doing. Just there we go. Hey, Ian, how are you? I don't know how long this one's going to take. So Tortuga, of all of them, I thought I didn't think this through. Everyone that I picked for the live build was kind of something that I thought we can get this done in an hour or so, or 2 hours. This one I'm looking at thinking, I think this is optimistic. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm hoping we're going to be good. It looks fairly straightforward. So I've gone through the instructions. And I've looked at what we're doing, and to be honest with you, I think that it is actually fairly straightforward when it comes to what we're doing. So we're going to build the pieces individually, and then we are going to put it all together. And I realise I don't know where the bloody instructions are, because I was literally just going through them. Off to a flyer. Hold on a second. I literally just had them here. Now I don't know what I've done with bloody things. Right. Fantastic start. I don't know what I've done with bloody instructions. Right, let's start getting the boards, I think. Over there. Jackie? Jack? Jack? I should get my minion to bring the instructions up. Hey Sheldon, how are you? I bet it's nice and cold in Australia at the moment, isn't it? It's gotta be. It's gotta be nice. It's bloody grim here. Oh, Sheldon, you're in Canada. Confusing you with somebody else there. Jack? Jackie? We will get going shortly. As I said, I want to let plenty of people turn up. I want to get everyone here before we start at 7 o'clock. So we'll start the build at about 7, just after 7. But I don't want to start and someone going, oh, I'm late. So it's yeah, there's a lot to this. So if I can show you, these are all the boards that come inside this one. So it's a lot of boards. But again, I'm hoping this won't take that long. Now I did build, but you might be able to see or not over on the window, is the Flying Dutchman. That took hours, but that was a much bigger build than what we're doing here. But the one thing that you need is this one here. Yes, hello.
Hello. What do you want?
Are the Tortuga instructions downstairs?
Sorry, what?
The instructions for this, are they downstairs?
I'll check.
Do you want to have a look? It's like a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this thing is it is key. This comes out of here, and this thing is going to pop out all these little studs that are inside here. your desk, your work surface, wherever it is, I'm pre-warning you, is going to be absolutely covered in the little bits that we pop out. Because when I did the Dutchman, honestly, I could have filled a bag with the amount of little bits that came out of it. It's a weird one because it's like a foam board, but it is, yes.
London.
Sweet, thank you very much. There you go. That's delivered by Handsome Jack Heartthrob. Yeah, you end up with a lot of these little bits. They go bloody everywhere, all over the place. So be aware of that. But this one's going to look really nice. It is big. I mean, this thing with these cubicfun models is they're nice. They're a lot of fun. They're fairly straightforward build-wise, touch wood. You don't need any tools. So you don't need anything. You don't need glue. You don't need sand anything. Nothing at all. So what is in the box is literally all you need. You're good to go. So you could take one of these away with you. If you're ever working away or going anywhere, want something to do, you can take this with you. They come in a relatively small box, but they do make a massive model. And getting that humongous model home with you probably wouldn't be the easiest thing. But they are nice. They're a lot of fun. They really are. And the price is good on them as well. And they're sturdy. I mean, like I said, the Dutchman I've had over there, I built 2 years ago. There is a build up on the channel of me building. I was gobsmacked by how big it was. So I genuinely didn't think it was going to be that big. And it took hours, and it is nice, but it's held up. So I mean, it moved house for this. So don't be, if you're worried about the foam board thing, I swear it holds up really well. Yeah, it's Rob and Bobby here. Hey, how are you fellas? We're gonna build along. Oh, you did the secure journey. Nice one. Rob and Bobby, I feel a bit bad actually because I introduced them to Roker builds. And they've got it bad now, like really bad. And I feel responsible for it, I feel like I've got them hooked on something without warning them how addictive it would be. But yeah, I thought I had it bad for Roker models, but no, they're next level. They've got, honestly, you'd think they have a Roker museum in their home. It's very impressive. But we're just waiting for a few more to turn up. As I said, we're going to start at 7. But looking through the instructions of this one, it doesn't look so bad. So, we do just build the bits. We're not building anything on the base for a while. So we build the front of the ship first. We build a pier. We build a little tower. We build lots of boats. I mean, this is the thing. Tortuga looks like it's been built from sort of wreckage of wreckage, which is quite cool. I mean, it looks really nice. And then at the end, ultimately, we're going to put it all on the board. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find the base board so we can get an idea of what the footprint of this thing's going to be. Because then we can know exactly how big this is going to be. I have no idea where I'm going to put this. Okay, quite big. So here is the baseboard. So that is the footprint of this. So you know that the baseboard of this is the size of the model. So this one here will be our baseboard. So everything's got to sit on there. So that is your footprint. That is how big this is going to be. That's how much space this is going to take up. It's high as well. So this one's got quite a lot of height on it because there's a couple of masts on this one. But if you've never built one of these before, like I said, give it a go. If you're not building along with us tonight, seriously, try one of these out because they're not expensive, and they're fun, man. I mean, that's the easiest way I can say it. They're fun. They are a joy to build. They really are. Let's see if we got any comments. What builds are you working on, and what have you subscribed to? At the moment, I'm working on Titanic. And Lancaster Bomber. I have finished the Doll's House, so I just got to edit it and put that up. Also, on the Infinity Gauntlet as well. See, the Infinity Gauntlet, I really like it, but there's not much to it. But what does arrive is massive, so I think it kind of gets away with it. So you've kind of got these big pieces that if it was a tumbler, it's about the same amount of stuff you get with the tumbler, working on tumbler as well. It's about the same sort of amount you get with that. But because the pieces are so huge, every time you do one, it makes such a massive impact. It's ridiculous. So it's nice. It's good. It's really good. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. So that's what we're working on at the moment. And then also I've got just a ton of little models on the go. So I've got a bunch of Roker models I've got to build. I've got marble runs I've got to do. I've got the Viking longboat. That's coming up next week. I built a really nice brick model from JM Bricklayer of a Viking house. It's gorgeous. It's really nice. It lights up. It's like 3,500 pieces. So the video of that will be up Monday, I hope. But they very kindly have given us one to give away. So we'll be viewers of the channel, someone is going to win one. And it is beautiful. Honestly, I'm not just saying it is an absolutely gorgeous model. You wait to see the video of it. It blew my mind. There's a lot of work involved in it, but that's because there's so much detail in it. It's a beautiful thing. Honestly, it's really, really nice. So I'm looking forward to getting that one, getting that out, and I can't wait for one of you to win it. Logitech, hey, how are you? You are a long-time listener. You're one of the first, to be honest with you. I can remember one of the first people ever commented on a video was you. Ken, hey Ken, how are you? Lancaster, you want to put figurines in it? Can I send you? Absolutely, that'd be great, Ian. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Because I haven't got any figurines for them. That'd be really cool. Because it would be nice to have some crew in it. Because when it's got the diorama and it's flying over the dam, it would make sense if someone was in it. Otherwise, it's going to look like a ghost plane. But it strikes me as odd that they're not included. That they didn't think to at least give you a pilot, but they haven't. But no, that'd be really nice, Ian. Thank you. Right, we've got like 5 minutes till build time. Rob said, "Yeah, it's all your fault." It is my fault. I'm sorry. They've got it. They've got it really bad. There's only about 6 Roker models they haven't built yet. You got to go for the pinball machine, fellas. You got to go for the pinball machine. That's like the ultimate. The pinball machine is hardcore. What I like about the pinball machine as well is it's fully working. And when I say that, I mean that. So when the balls hit the bumpers, they work like an actual pinball machine. But Wood Trick, I think it is, kind of said, "Hold my beer," and they've fought back, and you can now get a wood build Quidditch pinball machine. So it's a Harry Potter themed pinball machine. It's incredible. It's really nice. I'd like to do one, but again, I'm not that point where I think, where am I going to put it? I really want one, but I'm thinking, where am I going to put this bloody great big pinball machine? And it's yeah, I don't know, but I really want to do one. That's kind of the Roker ultimate, I think, and yeah, it'd be good to do. You're doing the pinball for Christmas. That's of course you are. I'm not even slightly surprised you're doing the pinball. I feel really bad, fellas. I should have warned you. I should have said, look, have a go at one, but it is addictive. But I didn't, man. I just kind of like some weird model peddler. I was like, yeah, do that. I'm sorry, gents. How many are building with us tonight? I mean, if you're just watching along, that's absolutely fine. But how many of you are actually building with us tonight? I'd be interested to know. Hey, Wicker Man, how are you? You must excuse me if you ever see this is the first time you've seen me on a live stream. You would have seen me vape on normal videos, but live streams I vape. I just do. There's worse addictions to have, he says, as I'm sat here vaping. Sheldon's building along, fantastic. Ken's building along as well. That's awesome. I'm going to want pictures, gents. I'm going to want pictures of your builds when you complete them. Look, if we don't get done tonight, promise you, I think we will, because I reckon this is going to take about we're in for the long haul. This one's going to take about 3 hours, I reckon, at least. If we don't get done tonight, I promise you, we'll stream tomorrow night. We'll stream the last hour, whatever it is we have to tomorrow night. But I'm going to push on for as much as I can get done. But I don't want to be keeping anyone from their beds going, "Come on, man, I just want to go to sleep." So if needs be, we'll do a second tomorrow night. But we've got 2 more minutes, and then we are going to we're going to get started. Let's have a quick look then what we are doing first. So we are building what appears to be part of a ship to begin with. Again, this is one of those things where you're going to build something and put it away. Well, I say put it away. We're going to put it to the side and then build something else. So once all the elements are built, we're good to go. So all the boards should be numbered. So all the parts definitely numbered. It is fairly linear. From my experience of doing one of these before, it is fairly straightforward when it comes to using the parts. But as I said, this little boat that they've given you inside, you use these pieces to poke out the little studs that are inside it. And trust me, you're going to need it. because there is a lot of those little pieces. So we're going to locate the pieces. So we are starting with like piece 1, 5, 10, 20. Yeah, no, so I take it back about linear. But they are numbered on the board. So unlike a Roku where you're like, what the bloody hell is? You can find the board that's got 1 on it. It's the same board that's got 2 on it. So it's, it's not impossible to find this. This is going to be the one. So this will be the, wouldn't it? It looks like it. Yeah. This is going to be the board we're starting with first. So if you locate that board, that's the one we're going to be starting with. We're going to be good to go in just a moment. Just a quick catch up on the chat. You built it last year, Mark. How long did it take you? I'm curious. You're building the Orca from Jaws. Nice. Paul's just watching. Not able to build the same model as you, but I'm building something else. Excellent. Excellent. Right. So what we're going to do, I am a single camera setup here. So I want to use for streaming definitely. So for the one that I'm using, what I'm going to do, screen's going to go dark in a minute, just whilst I switch the camera over and we set up to build. And then we're going to get into it. So you'll still hear me, you just won't see me. But we're going to switch over the cameras. And then we're going to start this build. What we're going to do is we'll go through some bits and then we'll take breaks and whatnot and have a catch up, just see how everyone's doing. We can go through the comments and things like that. And we'll have a bit of a chat, we'll have a few laughs, that's the plan. So let's get this camera moved, but I'm coming back, don't panic. So hopefully you can still hear me. You just can't see me. Okay, we're just setting up back any second now. Hopefully you can all see everything now. We're all back and we're all doing our thing. Right, so let's have a look at our instructions. Can you all see me? I hope you can all see me. Okay, so this is what we are doing. So you can see here, we are set here. Right, so we need to find the board that I said, and we're going to start with 18. Oh, we're not. God, that's confusing already. Right, we're going to start with part 16 is what we need. So 16 and 11 are the first 2 parts we're going to pop out of here. So let's locate those. So this is 16. And this is 11. So that's part 16 and 11. Now, all we do with these 2 to begin with is put them together. So those are going to go together like that. And then we're going to use the other parts to hold these in together. So 18, 21, and 3 are what we need next. So 18 looks like this one here. 21. So this one. And 3 is the larger of the pieces. Don't be shy when it comes to taking these out the boards either. Go for it. So that's that one there. Right, so this is how we're going to put these together. So holding on to this piece that we've just done here, we're going to take our piece 18, and this is going to slot up through the bottom here. And it's going to go right through that gap and go all the way up. So we go up to there. So with those 2 together, piece 21, which is the smaller of the 2, is going into this gap here. So we're going straight down and in, as you can see. And then take in piece number 3, which is this one. Again, we're going to go straight down. Hey, Kev, how are you? That's that one there. So nice and simple. So I mean, this gives you an idea of how easy this is. So these are nice, easy models to do. So I mean, they cater for all kind of tastes and range. You get huge ones, these small ones. So the next ones we need are 4. And that is this piece here. Now that gives me a good opportunity to show you what I've been babbling on about with this boat. So this is piece number 4. Hey, Alan, how are you? This is piece number 4. Now you'll see all the holes are blocked up. So taking this little boat thing that we've got here, you literally just pop it into these, and it will pop all of these out. It's got like that. So this is the time-consuming part of this model, taking all these little bits out. But you will end up, I swear to God, you will have a desk absolutely littered with these by the end of it. For those of you that have a significant other at home, your wife is not going to love you for this, believe me. These go bloody everywhere. So that's number 4. That's what we're going to do. You want to clear those pieces out. Next, we're going to find piece number 8, because we're going to need that as well. So there's number 8. Let's do number 12. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Where are you? There you are. So, piece number, is it number 12? Yeah, number 12, which is that one there. And then 13, which is right next to 12. It's that one there. That's what we need for this next step. So, pop the small bits in the box. That's genius thinking, that, Ken. Don't just throw them on the bloody floor. Deal with it later. So here's piece number 12. So that's how that's looking. We're going to take piece number 8. I'll draw piece number 9 up, which isn't. Let's get piece number 8 out. That's piece number 8, right? It's on to the side. So piece number 12, which is this one here. We're going to slot in number 8 this way up into there like so. So that's how you'll be looking on that one there. So that's that one done. We are now going to put 13 into 9. So that's 9 over there. Same thing what we just did, just the other way around. So that's going to go into that like so. There we go. So that's how 8 and 9 are looking. Oh, you need me to slow down, John? I'll slow down. That's not a problem, mate. So that's 8 and 9 done. We'll slow down. I rush. I tend to try and burn through. So I'll just say that's all you got to do, man. If I'm going too fast for anyone at any point, just say, and we'll slow down. Okay, so it's this way around that we're going. Where we're going to store these pieces into. So this one here is, apologize for any noise. My neighbours are having a party next door. If you're going, did you miss that for this? I wasn't invited. So let's start with there. And then this one is going to slot into here, like so. That goes in there. So here we are. Okay. So that's how you'd be looking with those two. John, are you all right? I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to burn past. So I'm going to go as slow as possible to slow this down, because I appreciate, everyone works at different speeds, but I don't want to leave anyone behind. So that's how we're looking there. So you can see what we're doing. We're building up the front end of a ship. And then what we're going to do is part number 4 is that's going to sit on top of all of this. So we're going to slot this through there, slide this along, and then this should pop down into these. So you can move all of this. Dropped a bit trying to find it. Okay, well, don't rush, John. Honestly, mate, we'll hang on. Well, hang on. I want it to be fun, man. I don't want it to be, like it's a pressure against the clock, because you're not, man. So, relax. It's okay. We'll hang on, man. All right. So that is how we're looking at this stage. We're going to wait for John, so we move on to the next bit. But that's, this is what I mean. So it goes together quite nicely. If you're worried that something isn't kind of sitting flush or isn't quite together, don't stress about it, because honestly, the more you put together, the more this pulls together. So don't worry about anything being loose or anything like that. You're going to be fine. How are we looking, John? See, here's all these little bloody bits. Like, it's been an excellent punch. Just go. I'll see how big a pile we can make. I won't throw them on the floor. I'll see how big our pile of these little shards can be at the end of the stream. Right. Okay. Now we need to assemble the next pieces in sequence. Okay, so this is stage 1 involves 1. So let's get the part 1. So I'm hanging on for you, John. I'm burning time here, right? So you let me know when you're good. So stage 1. There are 2 1s. So there's 1. And there's the other one. And then we will need part 5. So let's find that. So this is part 5 here. And then we will need 10 and 20. So let's find 10 and 20. Right, so there's 20 there. There's 20 there. 310, I believe. Logitech, I believe 310 pieces it claims. So we'll see. I think it's 310. I'm sure it was 310 or 210. Let me have a look. It says it is 218 pieces. 218 pieces. So we'll see. What you tend to find is you get stages where all of a sudden you've used 60 pieces in very, very rapid sequence. Right, let's get these little bits here. So there you go. There's 4 more shards for the pile. I reckon we have a massive. You know what? I'll give them away at the end. If somebody wants to win something, pile of shard pieces, you can. Right. Let's pop these ones out as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pops out of there. You got it, John? You good? Okay, John. What we're going to do anyway, John, we are going to break in the action. We're going to have a bit of a chat and a catch up. So there is going to be plenty of opportunity to catch up, mate. So don't worry too much, bud. And if you need any help with anything, you just give us a shout, and either me or one of the other people building will tell you exactly what goes where and what does what. Right. Okay, so this has to go in sequence. So we're going to take number 5, and it wants us to put the 1s in first. So we're going to put this one in here. So that goes in there, that goes in there. And then we put the other one in here and here. Now, again, they are saying this has to go in sequence. So there's probably a reason. We'll find out what it is. And then They want us to put this into here. On which one? The bottom. So there's 3 holes either side on this one. They want us to go in the bottom one here. So it would be the brown one. So get it that way up. Blue goes at the top, brown goes at the bottom. So we're going to pop that one in there, like so. That's an L fit. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. And then this one goes into... Oh, it doesn't. I've done that wrong. Sorry, it goes in the middle. It doesn't go to the bottom ones, it goes to the middle ones. That makes a lot more sense. That goes in the middle ones like so. And this one goes in the bottom. So 20 goes in the bottom. There we go. Stephen Haynes Models. Hey, Stephen, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I'll tell you what, fellas, it is blooming hot in here tonight. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach this piece we just built to this front piece. And how is that going to go on? So let's have a look. Right. So that should make sense. So this front piece there is going to go through there, and then these are going to pop into the bottom. So there we go. Let's get one in. That's the thing. I mean, because this isn't like a wood or a metal, you need to get one tab in and then start persuading the others in. Don't try and force it down because you'll just bend the tabs. That's all that's going to happen. So get one tab in like you see me just do there. Get the next one in, and it's just a wobble is what you do. Don't try and force this, because forcing it is not going to get you a result. It's going to bust a model for you. I've put that one on the wrong way around. There you go. I just made a mistake. So that one comes off there. Put the bloody one the wrong way around, didn't I? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right. Lovely stuff. So that's that one sorted. So that's how we're now looking. So as I said, you can see what we're doing. We're building up the front and the back. This is kind of one of the signature pieces of Tortuga. There's like a big half vessel sticking out the front, and this is it. Nice simple part next to 22 is what we need next. This is quite a large piece, and this will attach to the back. So this will start to get stability now. So if you're worried about it kind of how stable this is or isn't, this will now start to get stable. You'll see what I mean when this goes in. Hey, Judy, how are you? There. Okay. Be aware as well, these pop out, because sometimes you look at these, don't realize they do, but they do. So all 4 of these pop out. Let's move those over to there. And then this is going, oh, you can get that one out. This is going straight into the back of the vessel that we're building. So these 2 tabs here will go over there and there. So ease it into place, and then the bottom tab there is going to slot into here like so. So there we go. So now you'll find it's quite solid. It's quite sturdy, and this is what I mean. So these are very well done. Oh, John, no, mate, come on. You're all right. John, let's know what you're up to, and let's know what the issue is, and we will help out where we can, mate. Because we've got a very tricky part coming up. I'd like you to be with us for it, which is this part with part 2. So we're going to get a little bit origami here. But John, don't worry, mate. Honestly, it's, as I said, we'll hang on. There is no rush, mate. There is no rush. Everything's very chill, right back here, and I want everyone to enjoy this. So don't want to be stressful for anyone, mate. So you let us know what you need, and we will help out where we can. Right. Be careful taking 2 out of the board. I mean, I'm doing this at the moment. There's a lot going on with this. Now, this is pre-folded, which is good, because you'll see why in a minute. This is an incredibly complicated piece. But as you're popping out the board, try not to rip anything. Because there's a lot going on with this piece. Blooming heck. Sheldon, I'm curious. You said you were going to build a little bit ahead. How much ahead did you build, or didn't you? Blooming heck, look at this piece. This, this is a lot. Right. Come in. Nearly there. Wow, look at that. Okay, it's an octopus. Right, so we've got that out. Living it. All right, let's see if we got punchy pieces out of this one. Let's go careful getting this out, man, because that's not the easiest. Yeah, we do. There's some. Is there little pieces to punch out of this one? Yes, there is. All right. You really enjoyed the fun hole videos. That's good to hear. I love the fun hole sets, man. They are beautiful. Do you know what? I have got honestly, I'm not just saying it, the nicest one I've ever built downstairs right now, and it's going to be coming up on the channel tomorrow, hopefully. It's beautiful. I've got the antique center, and it is absolutely stunning. It's the first modular build they've done, so it's going to be part of the city life where you can link the different buildings together. They've also shown me what the next two are in that range. So the antique center is gorgeous. It's kind of like it's almost like a Gothic European sort of style, and it's beautiful. It's really nice. It's honestly hats off to them. It's got a stained glass window effect. It's stunning. But they've shown me what the next two are as well, which I probably shouldn't say anything about, but I'm going to anyway. So there is a theatre, and it's beautiful. It's got neon lights, like neon, and it's amazing. But that's not going to be. It's a long way off that one. And they've also shown me the skate shop, and the skate shop has like a skate park next to it, graffiti on the walls and kind of street lamps and little. It's really nice. So I can't wait. I can't wait to that one. And then there's also a bookshop coming as well. So just punching all these parts out. There's a lot of these. City Kids by Flyleaf. Sorry, man. Do you know what it makes me think of? When anytime I say City Life, it makes me think of City Walk from South Park. That's what it makes me think of. It always makes me smile. But there's some other amazing fun hole sets coming up. So I have got like a lot of them coming. But I am sworn to secrecy on the other ones, but they are beautiful. But if you're looking forward to seeing something new from the Wild West range, you're going to be very happy. There is no steampunk. I've not been shown any steampunk of recent, which I know a lot of people, myself included, I really want some more steampunk. But they did do a lot of that, so I think they're letting the other ones catch up. So there's some more farm life, there's some more camping sets coming, but there's definitely a new one of the Wild West range, and it is absolutely stunning. It really is. Let's see. The medieval fun hole sets as well. So you said they're beautiful. They're really nice. The lighting effect's so good. Right, we've got all back to this one. We've got all this punched out now. So what's going to happen is going to pop that one down like that. This is going to be tricky, but this is all supposed to fold into here. Let's see about that. So this should, right. So this one should go in there. Should it? What the hell? I think it was the wrong way around. Right. Da, 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 da. So this one goes in there, and that one goes in there. How? Nonsense, I tell you. There and there. There's no way. There's no way. How? Trying to figure this one out. There, and there. I see. No, I don't. That one goes in there, and that one goes in because it bends. That's why I'm being an idiot. Okay. Right, let's try and get this. That's madness. I can't get that to work. So that's how that would go, but John, this is nuts. Right. How the bloody hell is that going to work? Right, so let's try this way. That one definitely goes in there. And that one definitely goes in there. So let's try this way. That one definitely goes in there. Right. So if that's how that goes, those have then got to go through the bottom. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Right, do it that way. Now it makes sense. There we go. There we go. Right. Yeah, locate the side pieces and then the rest will follow. Okay. It's like peeling an orange in reverse. This is like trying to unpeel an orange. Right. So that goes up there. That goes up there. That goes up there. By Jove, I think he's got it. Right. So that one on there. It fits, finally got it on. Nice one, that's bloody, the instructions are confusing on that one. I was looking thinking there's literally no way that fits. And then all of a sudden, it does. That goes on there. John, may the odds be ever in your favour on this one, my friend. Because this is wow. Right, that one on there. That one on there. Luminac. You are going on there, whether you want to or not. It's happening. So come to peace with it. There we go. That one there. You do as you're told. I'm building with the boys. You don't mess with me. All right, let's get that one. This is tricky, fortunately it's not all like this. But hey, if there weren't at least one tricky part to a model, would it even be a model? No. We live for the tricky parts, don't we? That's what we're all about. Hey Marsha, how are you? Okay, so it's that one. And I've got the one piece that don't want to play ball. Gotcha. Haha. Right, that, believe it or not, ooh, it's now done. That's a tricky one, that is. But that is how we're now looking. Okay, so that is what you will be left with. So you will have this boat piece. That was a bugger. That was not easy. That was hard. I noticed now, Mark, that it was the wrong way around. Right, so we now need 6 and 7. So this looks like a nice simple piece, which is quite a nice reward after a bit of a bugger of a piece there. So this is piece number 7. And this is piece number. What material is it? It's weird because it's not. It's not cardboard. It feels like a kind of. It's some sort of board, but it's not cardboard. It's certainly not wood. Can I do that again? I missed it. Yeah, sure. Let me just take it all apart for you, John. Do it again. So 6 and 7 together. That's tickled me. 6 and 7 together. Let me go on the front. This is going to go through. This is going to go through this way. So having it up like this. This is going to fit onto there and there. Let's get that one in first. Put this one down. There we go. There we are. Aha. Nice. Nice. Right. Now we need 19 and 187. Who comes up with a numbering for this? Who does that? Who thinks we should go from 19 to 187? Right, but that's what I want us to do. Let's pop out number 19. Oh God, I thought I was half a piece there. 19's a big old weird piece. So that is 19. And now, bizarrely, 187. Why do that? Why not put whatever 187 is on the same bloody board as 19? That's just weird. All right, let's find 187. 184, 185. $187. Gotcha, right. 187 is on the baseboard. So if you find the piece of the baseboard on it, you will find your 187. And it is this one here. So that is piece 187. Thank you, Ken. Thanks, Judy. Have a good evening. Right. So we take 19 and we fold like so. So it's going to fold like that and like that. So you'll have that part at the front. See? And then that's going to fold like that. That's going to fold there. That feels flimsy as hell. If anything's going to rip, it's going to be this one. And this is going to sit along the bottom of our boat. Yeah, if anything is going to come off, that's going to come off. That already feels like it's not going to survive. That's the wrong way around. Let's go this way around. There we go. So we go in there like so. This is a nuisance. Right, there we go. That's that one in. That's that one in, and then these two are going to go in either side there. Rob, if I'd known you were building, so I would have asked you to come around and help me keep my sanity, mate, because it's on the way. It's it's not doing great, mate. Right. I've got that wrong. Have I? God, this one's bloody confusing. Where the hell does that go? Oh, I'm way off. Bloody hell, right, so that's where that goes. I was nowhere near. Christ, I was so far down. Right, that now actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, Jesus Christ, that was like, I was thinking, what bloody hell's that going to go in there? I'm nowhere near where it's supposed to go. Right, that goes in there, that goes in there. And then that one goes there. And that one goes there. Gotcha. Right, so that's kind of the runner that goes into the bottom. Perfect. I'm wrong with that one. Cheers, Rob. All right, so that's that one. The 187 is going to attach to the bottom. So we're going to put it like this. And this is going to go into these sections here. I'm going to sit it over the sides of this. That one there. Fold over and that one. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so it's that one there. And then it's that one there. There we go. Now it stands up. Hey, there we go. Now we're standing up. Good. Happy days. Next we need 133, 134, 17, 14, and 15. Again, who comes up with sequencing for this? Who comes up with the numbers? Madness. Right, so 14. This is it's quite a detailed piece. So there is our 14. You can't be that far behind, John. Keep going, man. You'll catch up with us. I'm gonna, I could talk for England, mate. So at some point we're gonna have a quick catch up, and that's your perfect chance to burn through and catch up with us. You can do it, man. Right, let's pop these out. That one out. What's that one out? That one there. Okay, we're going to go those together. So we got our pirate on the end of that one. So those are going to go together like we've done with the other ones. No, that's not first though. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to attach part number 17. That's the first thing that's going to happen. Let's get 17. At least that's on the same board. And that is it for board one. Hey, there you go. So we're one board down. Pop this one out. So that is part number 17. And as you can see, we are one board complete, so we can get rid of that. And this looks like it's got, yep, a billion things to pop out of it. So let's get that going. Hey, Penny, how are you? Yeah, we're going to have a massive pile of these little bits at the end of this. If anyone wouldn't, do you know what? I know someone will know something to do with them. So Ken, who's in here at the moment, building with us, I guarantee Ken could make something amazing out of the byproduct of this, because he always does. Never fails to amaze me. All the little things he made for Disney dolls, those were absolutely bloody incredible. I'm sure he would find a use for all these little bits that we're left with at the end of this build. I keep the Roka ones. Anybody builds Roka models, you get all those little wooden pieces. I keep all of those because, believe it or not, they have come in useful for various things in the past. So even though I try to convince myself I'm not being a hoarder, I am. I'm going to eat the worst pizza in the history of Scotland. Wow, that's a bold statement, Penny, because I mean, for me, I think most Scottish cuisine is based upon a dare. So it's going to be the worst in Scotland? Man. The last time I was in Scotland, I was in Glasgow, and there was a store there that deep fried black pudding, which I was like, wow, that's just wow. They also they had a, what's it called? They were deep frying frozen pizza. So take frozen pizza and deep fry it. I'm like, that's just insanity. Right. So this is going to go. Does that pop out? That does pop out. So this piece pops out. And this is going to go on there. So this sits on the front of our ship. Do you know, the need for me to say boat is overwhelming. I really want to say boat, but every time I say boat, someone tells me off. I know it's a ship, it's not a boat, I know. I've got someone that really, really has a go at me when I say, when I'm building Titanic, if I ever say boat by accident, wow, honestly, you'd think I've the ultimate faux pas. Right, 134, 135 is what we're looking for next. Let's find those. No, so 133 and 134 is what we're looking for. So they look like, look, anchors. Oh, they are? Well, they are anchors. I said anchor. Right, so there's that one. Again, Haggis, surely that's a dare. Surely somebody said, it's not my birthday just yet, Logitech, it's my birthday on Wednesday. I'm sure somebody as a dare went, do you know what we should do? We should get a load of offal. Yeah. cook it, eat it. Like, but wouldn't it go everywhere? It would go everywhere. What could we use to contain it all? More offal? We could use like, the animal's stomach to hold it all in. Yeah, let's do that. And it's like, yeah, or not. Would be my other suggestion. Like, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. So this is going to go through here like so, and then we're going to pin this to the boat, to the ship. Please don't send me any angry emails. I meant to say ship. I'm going to say I swear. So that one goes through there. I do. I get furious emails. It's like, you said boat twice about the Titanic. I'm like, sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. So that's how we're now looking with the anchors on. Now we are going to put through our dead man here. So this is going to slot through into there. I'm going to take these through into the space here and push those two together. Follow that, because it's like spreading apart. What keeps that together then? Nothing? Not convinced by that. That's got to be how that goes. Yeah, all right. There we go. So that's that one done, I think. That is. So that is that section complete. So we have now completed A. That's what. So this whole piece is now referred to as A. And we put that to the side, and we are moving on to B. Now B looks fairly straightforward. So I was going to say we'll have a stop. Scott, you're horrible to Scots people. I'm not horrible to Scots people. They're my people. We're going to build B. We're going to go straight through and build B, because, to be honest with you, looking at it, it doesn't look overly complicated. So I think we should crack on and build B as well. Then we'll have a bit of a catch up, and we'll see how everyone's doing. We'll go through some chat. We'll have a bit of a chin wag. We can sing a sea shanty. We can, I don't know. We'll do something. You saw my comments during the Euros, Penny. In all fairness, and I do like the Scottish, I do, but let's be honest, this is a people that will happily buy shirts for countries they don't support as long as they're playing against England. So, yeah, there's that, you see. There was they kept posting, oh, you won't be there very long. And I'm like, man, you are throwing a lot of shade there for somebody that was officially the first team eliminated. Right, so that's that one there. Yeah, I mean, again, I didn't expect us to win, to be honest with you, but yeah, I mean, when your team's never got out of the group, you know, you're not really in a position to throw shade, would be my would be my suggestion. But no, I do like the Scottish. I love Scotland. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, when it comes to football, not so much. Right, so there's that piece out. We need 24, 25, 28, and 29. So this is, we're basically making a little pier here. Right. So here's 24. Ooh. I mean, that's the thing I'll say about the. I'm no huge football fan by any means. But what I will say about the final is I don't think there's any kind of question of the best team winning. I think the year we lost to Italy on penalties, I think an argument could be made that England were the better team on the day. But this one, I don't think you can make that argument at all. So clearly the superior team, and they deserve to win. It's the way it is. I mean, I would like to have won, but you know, it's Spain are amazing. It's 28 and 29. Which I've just dropped. I've just done the John. Right, so let's go on. So there we are. Right. These crap beats, I mean, some pizza is better than no pizza. I think is the always kind of the go-to there. Is it not? Is there such a thing as crap pizza? Because again, some pizza is better than no pizza. I mean, the worst pizza is no pizza. All right. I feel like chocolate. Might be this crap chocolate. Yeah, but it's still chocolate, isn't it? Might be crap chocolate, but it's still bloody chocolate. Right, so that one goes in there. That one goes in there. Yeah, what would you rather have, crap chocolate or really nice nothing? I know what I'd rather have. Right, so that's that one. And then 28, which is, I don't know, we're going to 26 instead. So 26, which is this one here. 25, sorry. It's going to go in that section there. I need to clear a nose dive there. 25, which is going to go into that one. 26, which is going to go into that one there. That one goes. And this one is going to go into the other side there. Okay, so that's how that one is looking right now. It's not standing up at the moment, but we'll get there. Hey, Luxonian, how are you? All right, I mean, 27 and 26. Hey, Sean, how are you? So let's find 27, 26. I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm really bloody hot, though. Kinder Egg Live build. We could totally do a Kinder Egg Live build. I'm really upset someone that they talked about Kinder Eggs because Kinder Surprise. I said, well, where's the surprise? Seriously, where's the surprise? I mean, we know what it's going to be. Crap toy. Some chocolate. So where's the surprise? I mean, if you opened a Kinder Surprise and it was just like a Brussels sprout, that would genuinely be a surprise. You go, yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, it was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that at all. You know, you open the egg and there's a baby cobra inside there. You go, that was a surprise. I will give you that. That's definitely a surprise. Right, so this is where 27's going. Do you know? I don't know if this is urban myth or not. I don't think it is. I think it's true. Kinder Surprise were illegal in the United States of America for a very long time, and it was because you had to warn people that you couldn't put solid objects inside food, basically. So the little plastic egg that was in there went against the regulations. So you couldn't have them. Mad but true. So that's that one done, right? So we're getting up here. It's looking nice. That was fairly simple. I mean, compared to the bloody this part. Next we need 31, 33, 33, 33, 34, 35, 32, 30. So, okay, 30 through 35. You need all those pieces. So they're all going to be on the same board in the same area. We're going to punch these out and make it a little flight of stairs. So there's our 33s. One more good measure. Yeah, the plastic is choking holes. Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, you don't hear that story anymore, but I can definitely remember when I was growing up. Kids choking to death on Kinder Egg toys was quite a common story. That and kids getting stuck in escalators. You never hear that story anymore, do you? Do you remember that? In the 80s, I swear to God, not a week went by without some horror story and some kid had got trapped in an escalator in a shopping centre. All sorts of time. I'm sure just the machines have got better, I'm sure. But yeah, I can remember that was getting stuck in one of those things was a very real risk. There we go. And then 32. Yeah, honestly, I can remember there was a genuine fear of the escalator. It was like, yeah, you're a spectre or we'll eat you. Yeah, 34 and 35 as well. So that's 34. That's 35. Right, so let's build our steps first. So, 34 and 35, which is these two, I'll pop these bits out. Oh yeah, nuts. Everyone's allergic to nuts now. I saw a thing about that though. I believe it's something to do with eczema cream when you're babies. I heard something about, I don't know, I might be completely wrong, it might be an urban myth. But I heard that had something to do with it. That things like I don't know, I don't want to spread misinformation. I heard something because it's put on like a rash or something, your body has a reaction to it, and that's what helps develop the allergy towards nuts. But I don't know. That could just be absolute pseudoscience for all I know. There's that one there. That one in there. And this one in here. And then that one, and that one. So steps there. I'm going to pop these bits out of here. Again, more for the pile. Okay, now steps are going to pop into here. So that's the way around we're going to go. This is going to go in there and there. This way around. There we go. Is that one? And 30, which is this one here, is going to slot into that section there. That section there. That section there. So you're going to be looking there. I don't think kids have nut allergies any more than they used to. I just think we're better at finding them. I think that's what's happened. I think a lot of sort of negative goes towards the current generation. But I don't think that's what's going on. I don't think we've suddenly got weaker children. I think it's just the fact that we're now a lot better at finding these things. Like I've heard people say about, oh, there's a spike in mental health. I don't think there's been a spike in mental health. I think we're just more aware of it. We don't just write it off as, get on with it. We've acknowledged there's a genuine problem. There's that one there. There's 37 and 38. I remember toys and cereals, man. That was the best. Right, so 38. It's going to pop in there like so. 37. That's going to go in there like so. So that's that one. And then this is going to plug into the side of it. So this is going to plug into there and there. And that is now piece B. So that's our second piece completed. So that goes over to there. We're going to push on. We're going to get piece C done as well, because I just looked at piece C and I thought, you know what? We can do that. So we need 41, 42, and 43 to start. So let's go with those out. And then I swear to you, we'll have a break after this. We'll have a chat. We'll have an update on how everyone's doing. And we'll have some traditional build with the boys nonsense. I can't promise you a duck race, though. Okay, so there is 41. There is 42. So we're just literally going to slot those down into there like so. And then 43 is going to go up through the bottom of 42. So we're going to come up there and meet it. There we go. So it's going to make a crow's nest. That's how that's looking. David, the Titanic will be up tomorrow. I assure you, because it's done. I just have to edit the videos. 122, I'm really disappointed with. Of all the videos I've done on the Titanic, I'm really disappointed with video 122 because I was ill as I started doing it, so it's weird. It feels disjointed because when I started it, I was ill. When I finished it, I felt better, so it feels really weird. It feels very disjointed video. You might not notice it, but I bloody do because I was there living it. So it's a bit of an odd one for me. But I'm not happy with the video I made for 122. I might feel differently when it's all edited together, but like I said, I started it, I got halfway through it, and you could honestly fry an egg on me. It was gross. Right. This is part 40. This is what we need next. We're going to punch all these bits out, and this is going to make like a crow's nest, like a lookout. Do you know, I think I was born in the wrong era. I think I'd love to have been a pirate. I'm sure it wasn't quite like it's portrayed in movies, but it looks like a lot of bloody fun. I read a book about Edward Teach, who was Blackbeard, who I was actually surprised was a real person, but was. And the pirate code and whatnot was very much a real thing. I didn't know that, but when he gave his word, he gave his word. So there was a famous quote of his that was, "Damn be my soul if I give or take any quarter from thee," which is what he said to the port authority, which is basically him saying, look, you're perfectly safe. I'm not going to do anything to you, but I'm also not going to give you anything. Like, so if you think you're going to take my boat, you ain't. He said, but at the same time, I'm not going to do anything at all. You have my word. I'm not going to steal anything or cause anything. But he was a man of his word. I mean, obviously he stole. That was his whole thing. But did what he did. He was disappointed as I was with 8 issues of Eddie Stobart, Scott. I'm not making Eddie Stobart, Penny. I'm not making Eddie Stobart. I've not seen them. Right. So this is now, so flag facing that way. We're going to put this one and this one. Are we? Yes, we are. So flag facing that way, give that into there. I'll put this one up there. And then there, I think. Is that right? No. That one on there. Oh no, I was right the first bloody time. See, it's bad myself there. All right. In the middle. What was wrong with the end of the Eddie Stobart? I'm guessing it was just plastic things to go on the roof. I thought as much that pirates didn't speak like that. It's one of those things that kind of breaks your heart when you find out about it. It's like Vikings never wore the helmets with the horns on. There's no evidence at all that Vikings ever did that, like ever. It's just a thing that history books have kind of made up. I'm like, oh, what, really? That's disappointing. So yeah, totally true. Right, so now we need a bunch of 39s that are going to go around top of this and cover up some of these pins. So we need 6 39s. So we're going to look exactly the same. And that is what 39 looks like. So we need 6 of those. 1, 2. He was a serial shagger. He was, but it's just one of those guys where I don't know, man. It's a different era, isn't it? You kind of, yeah. I don't know. It's been romanticized. I mean, there's a lot of that goes on. I mean, a lot of historical figures get very much romanticized, and we forget that they were actually kind of shithouses. Because it's a bit like Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid is seen as this kind of like this outlaw, but I think portrayals of like Emilio Estevez and Young Guns and things like that. If you think about what Billy the Kid would have actually been like, just a little bastard, basically. I mean, he shot, was it 12 men in the back? He would have just been a psychopath. That's what Billy the Kid would have been. He would have been nuts. He would have been horrible. He would have been ugly as sin. It's kind of like if you've never seen a picture of Bonnie and Clyde, go look at them. They're another one that got romanticized because the movie came out where it was like Faye Dunaway and Warren Beatty playing Bonnie and Clyde. They're regarded as kind of like this young, sexy couple. They were hideous. So Bonnie never had any teeth. She had like 2 black teeth, and the rest of them were missing. And Clyde Barrow was not this kind of like dashingly good-looking man. He was like 5'3". She was horrible. They didn't have this big kind of romance. He was just she manipulated a lot of guys very easily, and they did as they were told. And what they did was horrible. They killed innocent people. But they've been romanticized now as these kind of, you know, this gorgeous kind of sexy, dangerous couple. And in reality, they were absolutely vile. So that's that section done. And yeah, like I said about Billy the Kid, he just would have been horrendous. He wasn't this kind of like young, living free and wild kind of, you know, handsome young man. He was just a piece of shit. That's what he was. Right, we need 51, which is not on this board. We need 50, which is not on this board. Okay, so let's get 50 and 51. It'll be on this board. So it's 50. Yeah, they would exactly that. She had no teeth because he kept punching her. Yeah, it's probably true. Again, it's just myth now. So Hollywood has made people believe that they have this kind of this big romance, and they didn't. She was sleeping with half of the kind of Barrow gang, and he kind of a lot of the time he did what he was told, and then things kind of flipped on them. But they were vile. But it's the same with. I mean, Guy Fawkes is another one. I don't know how that happened, but we used to burn an effigy of Guy Fawkes. For what he attempted to do. Now it's almost become a celebration of what he attempted to do, and what he attempted to do was murder. So it's kind of history is remembered very differently. And yeah, it happens. Al Capone. I mean, even Al Capone is sort of people talk about him romantically vile. I mean, absolutely vile. But you get it across the board. You get it. I mean, the one that always makes me laugh is like when they talk about East End gangsters. And the craze will come up and they go, yeah, but old ladies weren't getting mugged in the street. Yeah, they were. Yes, they were. That was still happening. And then it was like, oh, no. When the craze one was like, old ladies weren't getting robbed in the streets. Well, maybe that is true, but gangland killings and extortion rackets went through the bloody roof, didn't they? So they only kill their own. That's the one they say. And it's like, yeah, they don't know, do they? Right, so we take 51 here and hold it this way around. It goes in there. I have got some weird history coming up on the channel, so I am bizarrely I've got people that just like the stories. So I've got people that tune in to different videos purely to hear the stories, and they're not doing the build. They just want to hear the stories, and I'm like, that's okay. If that's what you want, we can certainly accommodate. So that's weird. I'll put that the way around. So yeah, so we can certainly accommodate. So I've got some kind of weird history coming up. So if you do like your kind of odd stories, well, I've got them. So if you want some odd stories, I'm your guy. So we're going to be telling a few of those on the channel because I've got some great ones. I've got some stories I really like. I'm going to tell you the story of the Radium Girls at some point. That's an interesting one. It's horrendous, but it's a good one. Right, so next we need 46 and 48. Let's see what we got. So here's 46. What's that one there? 48. That's 48. So 48's got like a brick pattern to it. 48. And we need 58 and 53. So that is 58. 53 is a big one. That is 53. Right, let's punch these parts out again. Thank you, David. I'm glad you do. I mean, again, it's the reason why I do it is because I mean I'm fascinated by the people on board the Titanic more than anything. Everybody's got something that they kind of like about a Titanic. For some people, it's the engines. For some people, it's the architecture of the ship. For me, it's the people. I just find it remarkable that many people were on board at the same time, and they've all got different lives. And it's the same with anything in life. We're rushing around so much. We don't know the people that we're walking past every day. We don't know what their stories are. But everybody on Titanic seems to be going somewhere. They all have a point and a purpose. And for a lot of them, it's for a new life. It's for a start of something new. And I mean, even the ones that survived did get that. I mean, it was certainly a new start. But some of the stories are just remarkable. I mean, just absolutely unbelievable. And I think it showed us the best of humanity and it showed us the worst of humanity at the same time. But there were some, I mean, by and large, everybody acted decent. There were very few people that you would say, were just an absolute scumbag. And there's a lot of myth, again, that goes with that the upper classes locked the lower classes, and they didn't. It's just not true. And it's horrible that that's being used as kind of a thing. It's just not true. It just isn't. But that's, makes a good story, doesn't it? So that's what happens there, unfortunately. Right, so we're going to take 58, which is this one here. I'm going to fold this round, and this is going to go into 46, which is this one here. Yeah, nursery rhymes are bloody hideous. I mean, even ones that sound nice are horrible. So it's yeah, they're all. I mean, a lot of them are the dirty jokes of their time as well. I know Goosey Gander has got quite a lascivious background to it. It's quite sleazy, it's quite seedy. They were the kind of the dirty jokes of the time. Jack and Jill's the same as well. It's about infidelity. But yeah, there's a lot like that. Humpty Dumpty's a weird one as well. Humpty Dumpty, I believe, is about a cannon or a battering ram. I mean, Humpty Dumpty was never an egg. It was Lewis Carroll did that, turned it into an egg. Humpty Dumpty was not an egg. I was just the name Lewis Carroll gave him in Through the Looking Glass, I believe. But yeah, he was it was a cannon. I think my hometown's linked to it somewhere. But yeah, I'm sure that's what that was. Okay, so we're going to take 48, and this is going to slot into this one like so. This isn't going to go in one way. So let's find that one way. Here it is. No. Let's rotate again. No. Let's rotate again. Yes. 4 times the charm. Yeah, Ring of Roses was the Pocket of Poses. The Ring of Roses was the it was like the Saws, wasn't it, that appeared, I believe. They're all horrible. I mean, it's like orange and lemons. Says the bells of St. Clemens. I owe you 5 farthings, says the bells of St. Martin. But it's how it ends. Here comes the candle to light you to bed. Here comes the axeman to chop off your head. It's like, Jesus Christ, we've got kids singing these things. So yeah, it's extreme. Okay, so taking this one here, the ladder on that side. We go into there. Into there. Yeah, here comes the candle to light you to bed. Here comes the axeman to chop off your head. And then we play a game where we all run through a thing until one of you gets your head chopped off. And it's like, what the bloody hell? It's macabre, isn't it? I mean, you'd be concerned these days if kids were doing that. I'm sure they still are. But you don't think about it at the time. Okay, so that's that one on. This is looking nice. Right, now we're going to take our crow's nest, and there's a slot in there. It's going to go down, and it's going to sit inside the crow's nest. So there we are, and this is now piece C. So that's about done. So we've got our first 3 big pieces done. Let's have a little piece. There you go. Let's have a little piece D is, and then we'll either carry on or we'll have a break. So we can go on for an hour. D1, D2, D3. It's a bunch of, okay, yeah, it's a bunch of masts. And then, you know what? Let's have a break in the chat, right? So the camera's going to go dark for a moment, and then I'll be straight back. You'll still be able to hear me, I hope. And then we'll have a chat so you can see my beautiful face. So bear with me. So hopefully you can still hear me. We're just switching over. Yay, smoke break. That's right. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. He knows me too well. So we're doing all right. I think we're doing okay. John probably disagrees with us, but we're doing all right. We've got our tower, which is looking nice. We've got that part done. We've got our pier done. And we have got the front of our boat done. So you smoke and build at the same time, Dave? Well, I do as well. I just don't tell people I am. So we've got, let's have a look. So in the next one, we are building, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 3 masts. That's what we're doing after smoke break. And then we're building another ship part, but it's going to be upside down. So it's the reverse of what we've just done. Yeah, it's looking all right. It's looking all right. So we'll have D, E, F, G, H, I. Then we'll put it all on the board. So at least now we know, right? So we've got to build up to part I. When we're up to there, then we're good to go. So I think we're probably going to be done tonight, which is lovely stuff. I smoked half a packet of tobacco a day over 30 years ago. Wow, I haven't had a smoke for 75 days. One of the hardest things I've ever done. Do you know what? Rob would testify if he's still here. I smoked cigarettes for years. I think I was about 13 when I started, 12 maybe. I mean, I was young, put it that way. And I smoked like a chimney. It would be easier for me to say how many lighters I was going through a day to how many cigarettes I was going through. And I was a nightmare. So whenever they had one of my mates or something had a wedding, I'd be a pain in the ass because I'd have to make sure he's by the door because he's just going to be up and out and up and out and up and out. It's ridiculous. I mean, I could smoke in the shower without getting the cigarette wet. That's how dependent I was on cigarettes. And that was it. It was all, I was hooked and I thought I'll never quit. And then when we found out we were having Oscar, I had to. I thought I've got to. It's not about me. I've got to. I've got Barclay Red. It was Barclay Red. I thought I've got to quit. I have to. So I tried to go cold turkey. That didn't work. And I thought I've got to try something. So I went to see the doctor. It was a nurse at the smoking clinic. And I said, look, I've heard the pills. They were a new thing at the time. And she said, I can't give them to you. I said, why is that? And she said, because it's Christmas. We don't give them out at Christmas. It was like the 5th of December, I think. And I said, no. I said, I get what you're saying. I said, but this isn't like, I've got a resolution, I'm quitting smoking. I said, that's not what this is. I said, we've just found out we're pregnant, so I need to quit now. And she said, yeah, I know, but I can't give them out because it's a resolution thing and most people fail resolutions. And I kind of lost my rag and I went, you know what, don't bother, I'll do it on my own. And I went to leave and she went, no, wait. So she put her neck out for me. She stuck her neck on the line and said, look, I'll get them for you. But please don't let me down. And I thought, well, I can't now. So I took the pills and I took the Champix and they worked. They worked like a treat. And I had my last actual cigarette on the 29th of December, 2009. That was the last time I smoked a cigarette. I've not even had a drag since. I went 6 years without touching anything, and then I started vaping. And the reason why is because I just felt like I was going to fall off the wagon if I ever drank or anything. And the stress at work and whatnot, I thought, I'm going to fall off the wagon. So I do vape, but I mean, in all fairness, seriously, if anyone, you ask a smoker if vaping is like smoking, it isn't. Vaping is to smoking what frozen pizza is to the finest Italian cuisine there is. I am a smoker that doesn't currently smoke. That's what I am. I accept it that I have an addiction to nicotine. But I am a smoker that doesn't currently smoke. I'll never consider myself a non-smoker. I'm a smoker that doesn't smoke. That's what I am. So I know full well if I smoke one, I'd smoke 100. So I don't. That's why I need this, because the other thing, well, I mean, I don't know, this could be just as bad, but the other thing definitely would have, so I just had to. Oh, Logitech, I'm sorry to hear that, bad. Yeah, it's not the nicotine, it is the rest of the crap in there. It's the tar and whatnot that does it. I mean, again, I can remember I kept having sort of calls that said, it's time to stop, Scott, and I'd ignore it. Like, I can remember in hospital once, and there was a guy outside smoking through a hole in his neck. He was putting the cigarettes in a tube in his neck so he could smoke through it. And I'm like, I think I'd quit. I think the day I'm plugging a cigarette into a hole in my neck is the day I'd definitely quit. But it was madness. So I just, yeah. It is what it is. I mean, I'm never going to begrudge a smoker. I'm certainly not one of those. I never have been. Not one of those people that lectures smokers about smoking. Now I'm kind of, it's up to you. But I mean, the reality of it is, it'll kill you. There's no two ways about it. It's like, it will kill you. But it's, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I smoke that much. Any damage I think I've done. So it's what it is. But I wish I'd never started. But I was young and stupid, and that's the way it is. And it was, I mean, it's the weird thing is, and again, my friends would tell you this, it was such a massive part of my personality. It was, you didn't see me with that. There's no photos of me as a teenager in my 20s where I haven't got one in my hand or in my mouth, and Scott's, where's Scott? Where do you think he is? That's kind of how I was. So it's, yeah, it was a mad one. So how are you doing with your Tortugas? John, where are you on your Tortuga? I'm curious. Where did you get to? It's warm in here, I'll tell you that much. It's bloody warm in here. I thought it was rain on the window. It's not. It's steam from how hot it is in here. Dave, I'm the same. Literally, it wasn't just my parents that smoked. My parents smoked. My aunts and uncles smoked. My cousins smoked. My friends' parents smoked. So this is, I think, if you grew up Gen X, particularly, there wasn't anywhere there wasn't a bloody great big cloud of smoke. You were just sucking it in. It's like every car journey I went on. It was mad. We were just hotboxed in a car full of. I can remember going on a fairly miserable family holiday with my father and my stepmother. And she bought like duty-free Fortunas that were like 15p a pack, and just chain smoked these things on this coach journey we were on. The whole coach was just thick with smoke. My brother threw up. It was that bad. It was, yeah, different times, man. But that's the way it was. I mean, Christ, I can remember people say you remember you smoke on a plane. I can remember you could smoke in the hospital. I can remember hospitals had a smoking room. Madness. That's awesome, right? You're able to do that. That's really good. Yeah, that's the plus side as well. I mean, the one thing I will say, you do save the money. I've never noticed the money. At no point have I gone, I got loads of cash now. I will say this though. I mean, a packet of cigarettes for my American friends watching, a packet of cigarettes in the UK right now is $25. So if you want a pack of cigarettes in the UK, it costs $25. You believe that? True story. So I couldn't afford to smoke right now because my habit would have been like 60 quid a day. It's like, there's no way. So yeah, it's not even an option. It's not even an option. I will say this though, and I maintain this. If I was ever on an airplane and it was going down, $25, the $70. I'm talking a pack. I'm not talking like a carton of cigarettes. I'm talking a pack. A single packet of 20 cigarettes is $25. Is that a Logitech? Is that American? If that's American dollars, 25 American dollars is what one packet of cigarettes would cost you, not a carton, a packet. which is just madness. Madness. And it's like, Christ, I'm pretty sure cocaine is bloody cheap, right? That's insane. So yeah, it's mad, absolutely mad. A packet of 30 or 70 Australian dollars. How much is that in old money? How much is that in UK money? £30 for a 50-gram tobacco. Wow. Yeah, so it's a rich person thing now. I mean, it's kind of it's like you're like Johnny Flash if you're smoking real cigarettes. It's like, Christ, that's how bad the economy and whatnot has gone now. That £36 for a packet of cigarettes. Jesus. No, come on. I mean, if there's any motivation to quit, that's it, right? It's like, bloody hell. So Christ alive. So 10 packs of cigarettes, you could buy a PlayStation 5. Yeah, you'd have to stop. My God. When I started smoking, it was 92 pence a pack, which was like nothing. It just wasn't. And then 20 was, I remember when I quit smoking, so this is how fast that money's gone up. When I quit smoking, they just become £5 a pack when I quit. And it was a good kind of, okay, £5 a pack's taking the piss now, I've got to stop. But I couldn't believe it. Someone told me the other day what they were paying for Benson Hedges. And I was like, my God, that's insane. So yeah, no, I couldn't. Where am I going to get my money from? That's for cigarettes. I'm like, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Other customer buys 120 cigarettes each time they come in. My God, that's insane. $10 for a carton. I can remember as well when me and my mates were going on holiday, they used to sell duty free on the plane. It was 20 for 200. So you get a carton of 200 cigarettes, and it was £20. It was always £20, which was like nothing. So we buy a debt going out to smoke whilst we're here, and buy a debt coming back. Now it's just that's just madness. But I mean, seriously, that's what I mean. You'd think I think more and more people have quit. You don't see anywhere near as many people now smoking as you used to. I did like it when the non-smokers got all smug that you couldn't smoke in the bar anymore. And that smugness lasted all of 5 minutes. They found out, right, now your job is to watch the cokes and the drinks whilst we go outside and smoke. Stay here, watch the cokes, watch the drinks. We'll be back in a bit. You sit on your own like nobby no, mates. We're going outside to smoke. So that happened. But it's a weird one. I think about it. You could smoke in restaurants. I mean, it's like all the bloody places. I mean, a restaurant, you think fair enough, no smoking, but yeah, smoking areas in restaurants. Can you believe it? 3 shillings and 6pence. Bloody hell! The Spanish going nice. That'd be really good, Alan. We have a tall ship festival here. I don't know if it's been or if it's coming, but we're in Gloucester, so we got the tall ships at Gloucester Docks. I think I've missed it. If not, it's coming soon. I think it's coming soon. I don't think I've missed it. I think it would have gone, but that's always nice. We have a lot of those. We had tall ships here. They filmed Alice Through the Looking Glass in the Tim Burton one. And they had they used the docks there because it's like a Victorian dock, and a lot of this was filmed there. And they did something really decent when they left. When the film crew left, when Disney left, they donated to a bunch of charity shops anonymously first edition copies of Alice Through the Looking Glass. I thought it was so decent. They all sold them, and I thought it was such a nice thing to do. They didn't have to, but they did. I just thought that was such a sweet thing to do. £3 shillings and 6pence. What's that? That's like 21p. Is that how much that is? I'm sure that's. I don't think that's 18 pence. Bloody hell! That's madness. Yeah, but I vape now, so I've got a very low nicotine inside this. I don't vape lots. And again, it's not one of those, as a smoker, it'll do, is what it is. It stops me from wanting to smoke. So that's where I am with it. And the thing is, well, when are you going to quit the vape? I'm like, well, I have to. Just leave me alone. I've got very few pleasures in life. Leave me alone. That's where we are. How you doing with your Tortugas? Ken, how you doing with your Tortuga? Is it coming on well? I missed it last month. It was in Gloucester. I live in Gloucester as well. Bugger. So I thought I'd heard it was there, and I'm like, bloody hell. It's okay. Okay. Missed it. Damn it. Get you next time. Was it any good? Because sometimes it's great, and sometimes it's awful. What I don't like about it now is they always link the bloody craft fair to it. I'm like, I don't want that. Because the craft fairs make me laugh that we have here. Craft fairs. It's not craft fairs. It's the normal stuff. The fudge fairy is there, and the bloody seashell wizard, and Little Miss Crochet hat. Where's that? How much is the fudge? And my kid fell into that same trap. He went on a day out with his girlfriend, and there was a craft fair there, and he just loaded up on fudge in this bag. And I was like, oh, mate. And he was like, it was £14, Dad. 14 quid worth of fudge. And I'm like, yeah, that's how they get you, mate. That's how they get you. And you got the guy selling olives. And you see these people get this little thing of olives, and he goes, oh, it's to them by the weight. And they're like, yeah, that's £17. So, yeah, it's started stage B, so a bit behind. You'll get there, John. Stage B goes quick, mate. Stage B is not bad at all. So stage B is fairly rapid and straightforward. Stage C is a little trickier, but I wouldn't say impossible by any means. That first stage has been the toughest so far by a mile. 3 a.m. start, bloody hell, Ken. That's nighttime, mate. That's nighttime, Ken. But no, don't let us keep you up, mate. You do what you got to do, mate. But yeah, Steve, I'm interested if the Tall Ships Festival was any good. Sometimes it's great, and sometimes not so much. Those markets down at the Keys, I'm like, bloody hell. You always get them, like the inkwell people. And it's inkwells, you dip and scratch and think, well, it's lovely if you're doing calligraphy, that's great, but I use a biro. The convenience of it might be okay. It's dip and scratch, can't buy them anymore. Yeah, I know, it's because we invented the ballpoint and it made this thing all but redundant. There's a bit of that going on. We'll get back to the build in a minute. I got ripped off by eBay. I'm furious. And eBay seller fleeced me, and I'm so bloody angry. This happened yesterday. I bought some of my son's birthday, and what actually turned up was a blank audio cassette, which magically weighs the same as the thing that I bought. And I'm like, ooh. So that was my yesterday. I was just losing my rag with somebody over that. But I was so pissed off. That's not happened in years. I've not been fleeced by an eBay person in years and years and years. And they got me yesterday. I'm like, oh, you've paid the PayPal, that's uncovered. But yeah, that really bloody annoyed me. Hope you're all having good weekends. I really do. I'm off all week. I can't wait as well. I'm off until next Tuesday, so I can't wait. So on Sunday, we're going on a day trip with the kids, and I've got a few other day trips planned. Day trips are kind of changing these days. So I've got what's it called? I've got Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking. I've never been a fan of any sort of. Yeah, do you know what? It did as well. I read that. It didn't work on me, but it did for about a week. It honestly, it was making me feel ill to smoke the whilst I was doing it. It's too hot for me. So yeah, I know, Ian. It's bloody warm, mate. It's been brutal. It's been absolutely brutal. It was like last night. The kid was arrested last night, and I was like, I'm sat in the gym, and I'm trying to be fair, right? Because I thought I can't complain about the temperature in here, because I'm not the one running backwards and forwards and bouncing off ropes right now. And it's like, blooming heck, it was hot in there. And they're turning the fan on me. They're like, oh, there's some fan. I'm like, no, you are the bloody fan. I'm just sat here. I'm just some guy sat here. I'm like, you're the fan, kids. But yeah, there was only 3 of them at training last night because the rest just deemed it too hot. But it was fair play to them for turning up, because the sweat was bucketing off them. And I'm like, but they made a good point. I mean, like the trainer was a guy called Levi last night. He said to them, look, you might turn up at a show one day that's hotter than this. They've got no ventilation. They've got 500 people in there. So now it's time to kind of get used to it, really. So they did, and they did what they needed to do, and I couldn't have done it. I mean, this heat's bad enough. Running around in it, no. But they went through a lot of water, and it was like they were absolutely wringing the sweat. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the heat, man. I like the winter. I'm a winter person. I'm an autumn person. I'm not a summer person. The people that get all excited about the summer, that's not me. It's kind of like the people who love the beach. For me, the beach is where dirt meets water. I'm not a fan of the beach at all. I like the pool. I hate the beach. So summer, I'm not that summer guy, you know. Yeah, that's the beach. The beach is where dirt meets dirty water. I'm good. Last time I went to a beach, there was a like mass migration of jellyfish. They called them medusas, and most of the kids in the water got stung by jellyfish. Jesus. Yeah, Ken. Honestly, it's like, who likes the beach? What sociopath enjoys the beach? It's like you get freaking sand all over you. It's bloody horrible. And then to go in the water and then go on the beach is madness. And it's like, do you like that sensation? It's like, God damn, no. Pool, love the pool, love the pool. Beach, absolutely not. Vile, can't stand it. But you know, I am a Hey Terry, how are you? I'm an autumn person. October is my favorite month of the year. I love October. I love Halloween, so it's always good. And then winter's just cool, man. I like October. November's fun. December, I've got Christmas. It's just good. But summer. I think after this build, I will try building the car I won from the. Have you not built the car yet? The car's really nice. The car's really nice, and you will be able to enter the. Oh, you won't, Sheldon. You won't be able to enter this one. Unfortunately, the Viking house that I've got coming up as a prize on the channel is only available to people in the UK, and the reason why is because there's batteries in it. It's got battery bricks, and there are different rules about being able to send batteries overseas. So unfortunately, it's only open to people in the UK, but it's really nice, like really nice. Places to hide. Yeah, good. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, I'm not. I just am. I'm an autumn person. It's my. I love it. I like jumpers. I like kind of I like dark evenings. I like, you know. It's just it. The sleeping in summer is the worst. It just is. I mean, it's just many hot, sweaty nights, man. And just not. Yeah, not enjoying it. I just sound like a total buzzkill. The world's miserable guy that hate summer. It's what it is. But there will be another duck race, as I said. For this Viking set is beautiful, man. I don't mean to rub it in, but it's so nice. It blown my expectations away because I thought, and it's got, funnily enough, it looks kind of like Tortuga. So the way this thing works is it's a Viking sort of homestead, but they've made out of like an old longboat, like an old dragon boat. So you've got like the dragon boat head coming out of the one side of the house and out the other side as well. There's light bricks in there. So there's a little light brick that lights the fireplace up. It's all modular. It all comes apart. It's got lights running through it. It's really nice, really, really nice. And blown away. It's labor intensive because at 3,500 pieces, it's almost as many pieces as the Big Daily Bugle that Oscar built, but nowhere near the size. And the reason why is I'd say a good 600 pieces are individual tiles. So all the roof panels are all tiled. So you have to put hundreds of these tiles on. But it's totally worth it when you do it all. It looks so good at the end. Right, that's enough gas in. I think it's time we get back into this build. So I'm going to go dark again, and I'll be back in just a second. Hopefully you can still hear me, so, you know, talk amongst yourselves. I'm ready. There we go. Right, so we are back. Yes, Wickerman. Email me. That's all you got to do. Email me. I will make sure you're in the competition. You know what? You don't even have to. I'll make sure you're in the competition. Okay? Because I agree. I know what you mean. Not everyone has a Facebook. So if I can't run a competition through YouTube, so you cannot enter it through YouTube. You can enter it through other ways. So if you email me, like you just did, wink, wink, we're done. So that's it. So I can. You will have a duck. You will have a duck in the race. I promise you. You did not enter a competition through YouTube. You You enter it via email. We just show the result on YouTube. YouTube's very funny about it. So they've got a whole thing where there's got to be contracts and whatnot in place. And it's not you can't run one through YouTube. They just make it that bloody difficult. It's not worth the hassle in running one through YouTube. So you're not really breaking a rule. It's just they insist on all this paperwork. It's really funny. Like, really, I'm just a guy giving something away, man. It's not, So yeah, a lot of people do it anyway. They get away with it, but it's not a risk I'm going to take. So I stick to the rules. Right, so next thing we're going to make some masts. We need number 68. So that's this piece here. And then we're going to need 70, 73. Here's 70 and 73. So this is number 70. 73, which is that piece there. That's nice, just punched out straight away. 70 and 73, 72, which is that piece there. And then 83. What's that one there? With the lamp on it. So these are our next pieces, and this is going to make mast 1. So all the masts are considered D. So these are 3 individual pieces. They're all considered as D. So D1, 2, and 3. So that's that part out. Yes, Mark, I'll put you in as well. Because you've just emailed me, haven't you? Wink. So yeah, you've entered as well via email, so we're all good. So yeah, gents, I don't want him to miss it. It'd just be easier if you just all put it through, like I said, but YouTube, like, you're running the channel through it. I'm like, no, I'm not. But then, the likes of, like, say, Mr. Beast, who's the juggernaut, can do whatever he wants, giving stuff away, and they don't bat an eyelid. I try and give a Lego model away, and I'm Scotty 3000 subs, and they breathe down my neck, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ! I did it ages ago. I made the mistake of just saying, it wasn't even a competition. I was giving something away. I offered to give away. I think it was an issue 1 of Titanic. I said, look, if you want it, message me and I'll send it to you. I guess somebody ratted me out for it. I don't know why they do that, but someone clearly did. And yeah, I got a message from them immediately. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I calm down. I'm not, I'm not. I was just trying to give something away rather than somebody pay for it. It's not, there's no bloody money incentive here to do it. I'm just trying to, be a decent person. Jesus. So it's mad, but it's what it is. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't take the chance with that anymore. Right on there. Okay, so we want to touch this one that way around. And that's going to go in there like so. And this should fold round into each of these notches. So that folds into there. That goes there. It does. That's lovely, like a glove. Right, so that folds round. Again, this looks like it's making like a crow's nest. So we take this one. And this is going to slot down. Oh, it's like Quentin scratching the bloody chalkboard there. Screech. It's 73. And then this one's going to slot through there. Like that. That's going to fold down there. Yep. And this is going to, I see. Oh, okay, I see. Aha. Ah, right, got you. Yes, it is, Stephen. It's Building with the Boys. You can find me on Facebook. I'm over there. It's a very lean site. You'll see the last thing we were doing on there was we did a duck race to win a Formula One model from JM Bricklayer, but the next one is gorgeous. So the next one's worth 120 quid. It's really nice. But again, I've not put the details up yet. So the video is going up tomorrow of the Viking house, because it's all filmed. It took 11 hours to build. That's how big this thing is. That's going up on the channel, and the details of what it is you need to do over on the Facebook page will be on there. So again, you're not entering the competition through YouTube, you're entering it through Facebook. And then what we do is we have a duck race where everybody that enters gets a duck, and we race the ducks, and whoever's duck wins gets the prize. And it really is that simple. I mean, I can't wait for one of you to win it, because honestly, it's a really bloody nice prize. And I'm so happy to be able to have that to give to you. But yeah, it's lovely. I've got it, and I've got it here as well. So they've sent me the prize to give out. So I have it. So literally, it will be sent out the day you win it. So it'll already be sent. By the time you find out who's won, it'll already be in the post and on its way. So 76. I mean 75 as well. Oh, bloody key rings. Let me give you an update on key rings. So some of you received a key ring out of these, and some of you didn't. I think like 2 of them got through. I didn't put enough postage on them. I'm so pissed off about this. I thought I could get away with like 1 first class stamp. Didn't. So if any of you get a letter saying, "Oh, someone sent you something you haven't paid enough," but just don't give them any money. Do not pay them postage. Okay, just don't bother. I've sent out more. So a new batch went out literally today with double first class stamps on, so they will go through this time. But it's my own fault. I doubted myself when I was there. I thought I reckon this will be all right. And I thought just a risk I shouldn't have taken. But yeah, it pissed me right off. But it's what it is. Okay, so we need 77, which is a flag. Yeah, it was annoying, but it's what it is. I don't mind. I've got to get more key rings. That's one thing I do have to do. I've talked to my keyring lady and say I need a new batch of key rings. She's great as well. She's made some really nice things for Jack's wrestling gear. Her work's magnificent. It really is. So I didn't realize the key rings would be as popular as they are, but everybody wants a key ring. So it's yeah, it was just a funny thing at first, but I'm not going to sell them. I've had people ask me, how do I buy one? And I'm like, you can't. So you can win them. There'll be as prizes, and occasionally I'll just give them away. But I'm not. I don't know. I feel weird about selling people things. That might change one day, but I mean, at the moment, I don't know. I find that I feel a little odd about it. I don't want to charge anyone anything for anything, you know. That's that one. That's that one. I mean, I'm not knocking anyone who does. I mean, there are people that have, T-shirts and pens and all kinds of things for sale. But I don't know. For me, I mean, one day maybe, but for me, it's just I don't know. I feel a little bit funny about it. Probably shouldn't, but I do. Do you know I used to collect Discovery? I used to love Discovery, and I collected Quest as well. Do you remember Quest? Discovery was the history one, and Quest was the science one. I collected both of them. I used to love the models that used to come in those. I remember I want to say it was the Mary Celeste, I think I built through Discovery. But Quest, I built like an Apollo rocket. I built a Zoetrope as well, like a working Zoetrope, a Formula One car. They used to get a cardboard model every week. I used to love that, man. Some of them are a nightmare. Some of those models were like, there's no way. I did like the New York skyline. I can remember that as well. You had to have a cereal box as well. So what the skyline did was you cut it all out and you attached it to a cereal box. And in the cereal box, you put a torch inside of it, and it lit it all up like a backdrop. So cool. I'm so happy with that when I was a kid. Okay, so that's that mask on. All right, let's get this right. And this is going onto there. So this piece is going to fit down like so. Yeah, Marshall Cavendish Discovery. Yeah, I used to love that, man. So that needs to sit much lower down. Oh, you bloody thing. That's too low down. All right, let's try that again. Fuck that completely. All right, set this off, try again. Yeah, I mean that's how long I've been part working for, man. I go back to the days of Discovery and the dinosaur and things like that. I built all those things, man, when I was a kid, and just enjoyed the hell out of them. And then I kind of fell out of modeling for a while. You know, I was in my 20s, and there were more important things, you know, like booze, women, and it's yeah, just life got in the way. You know, it's sad that you kind of get something quite innocent, quite fun, and I was doing not so innocent, not so fun things instead. I probably should have found my way back to the modeling, but yeah, it's what it is. Live and learn, don't you? Right, so that's that one there. And then pandemic got me back into modeling in a big way, because it'd been years, man, since I touched anything. I mean, I used to dabble and do bits and pieces. I used to do rogue models, kind of on me in my spare time. But then, yeah, pandemic. It was something to do with the kids. I just thought, what the bloody hell can I do with these kids? And it was just to keep us sane, and that's how we did, and that's why we're called Building with the Boys. And I've told you that story a load of times, but I'll tell you it once more. That's why the channel's called Building with the Boys, because that's what we did in the pandemic. We just built with the boys. And it's a strange thing, man, because I don't want to make light of the pandemic at all, but I actually had quite a nice pandemic. I mean, as weird as that sounds, we were happy, we were together, we stayed safe, and we just, we made the most of it, man, and just got through it. You still have them in the bones? That's amazing. There's some with cassettes as well. Am I right in saying that? You used to get audio cassettes with them? I'm sure you did. That told the stories, and yeah, I loved it. Yeah, Discovery was I'm sure that's the way around it was. Discovery was the history one, and Quest was the science version of it. Yeah, I loved those, man. I used to live for those. All right, so that's that piece done. Let's get this one back on. Yeah, they were so good. They were so good. The thing that's annoying about Quest was they put a game in it that was it was almost like Trivial Pursuit. And every so often they'd be like, this week you've got more cards for your game. And I'm like, God damn it, that means you won't get a model that week. So I used to annoy me. I'm like, I want a model. And you get, it's just more game cards this week. I don't want game cards, I want a bloody model. Give me a model. That's what I'm buying this for. But yeah, I know, it was so much fun. Well, they should bring those back, man. I mean, I'd definitely buy that for my kids. I think my kids are a little old for it now. But they were good, man. They were really good. They were educational. They were good. I mean, it's all probably outdated now. But a version of that, I'd like to see that come back. But yeah, Quest. That was a lot of fun. Discovery. I used to another one I did as well. This is how ancient I am. When I was really little, I used to get a Flintstone comic that had models in it. You could build Bedrock. You could build like the Flintstones home and the drive-in and all kinds of things. And I think that's where I very first started. But that was paper and cardboard models. So that's that mask done. First one done and out the way. That was quite tricky. That was a lot trickier than I thought it was going to be. Next we need 69. Get your minds out the gutter. I know where you've just gone with that one. I know. I know my people. So got 69 here. Hang on, I've got a piece missing. Where does that go? Okay. Got to pop that piece on. Let's get it on now before I forget. There we go. I bet that's worth some money, Dave. If you've still got them all in the binders, I bet there's some money in that. I bet there's somebody out there that would take that off your hands in a heartbeat. I mean, not that I'm sure you wouldn't want to part with it, but I bet that is. I bet there's still a fan base for it. It was good. It was a good way of teaching kids history. I suppose Horrible Histories picked up that mantle very well. I always like my kids reading Horrible Histories and watching. I thought TV shows produced really well. And I also thought it was a great way to teach kids history, to make it interesting, because it is. But I mean, unfortunately, we don't really make it interesting for kids. when it really is. I mean, a lot of historical subjects are bloody fascinating, but discovery was a good example of that. Of here you go, do something fun, but learn some at the same time. You're sneaking some learning in. That's what I did with my kids again during the lockdown. One of the things was they wanted them to learn about the Blitz and World War II. I think it was because of what was going on at the time. So I thought, and you can sit there and tell them all about, the Reich and things like that. They're never going to get it. So instead, we built cardboard models of Spitfires. And then I explained to them what the Spitfire was used for. And we listened to Winston Churchill's On the Beaches speech and things like that. And you just trick them into some learning, But it worked because they wanted to build a Spitfire. And they're interested in hearing about it, where it came from. And that's the trick. Now, I appreciate schools can't do that. They don't have the resources to do all the time, to all the curriculum to do that. But if you want to teach your kids something, I think as long as you can find a way to engage them, get them interested, it's not that difficult. All right, so we need 149 now. This is a smaller sail there. I'm going to take these pieces out. I like these sails, because these are the same ones that are on the Dutchman. So you take these little pieces out, and it gives it such a good kind of like fabric, sort of weathered look, where the sails are ripped and torn at the seams. It really gives it a good effect. So you fold that over like that. Let's go in that way. Okay. So it goes in there. Goes in there. And that touches 79, which is this one here. Yep. So that clicks on like that, and that locks that mast in place. And this attaches to there. Okay. The 89 is going to slot around the back and hold that in place. There we go. So that's that one there. A few more bits to pop onto this one. That one's done. That one's a lot easier than the other one. Well, was it easier, or is it because we've done one and we know what we're doing now? Right, so 71. So where are you? There's 71. So that's what 71 looks like. I have to get some of these very one minute, because I bet it is. But it's good to catch you live finally. So it's really looking good. I hope to catch you again sometime. Thank you very much, Logitech. Have a good evening, mate. Sleep well, brother. So that's that one there. And then we need 78 and 74. So 74, 78 is here. That's that one. Right. Okay, now we've got to put this together. So 78. Up into just there. And 74. Oh, no. 74 is going to go over here. It's going to go through there. And 78, 74 is going to pop into the top. Like so. Happy with that? Okay, so two of them done. No, I won't want to part with them either. If did you make all the models, or have you still got the models on the boards? That's what I'd be interested to hear. Right, so this one, not masked as such. This one's just we're just layering a load of stuff up by the looks of things. So we need 93. So 93. That's 93. That's 93 there, and then we need 90. It's 90. 87. That's 87 right there. Then we need 95, which is that one there. We need 82. 82, 82, 82. There's 82. It's a big piece. Okay, and then we should just thread all these together. We've got to pop the studs out of them. So that one, that one, that one. So all of that comes out. That one out as well. 95. Pop that one out. One through there. Sold on that one. Yep. And this one. We have lots of pieces. Yeah, lots of little pieces on this one. That one. There are already two, thankfully. My first one fell apart a couple of times there, Sheldon. It wasn't fun. Right. So that's that one cleared out. Okay, so we are going through the side here. So we go through that, and we go through. There is a bloody pin on that one. There it is. So we go through the side there, then we go through 87. Got that the wrong way around. Through the side, lengthwise. Go through 87 there. That goes all the way down there. Then we go 95, which is this one. You will go through. That goes all the way down there. Then 94, which I didn't pop off the board. 94. And threads through there. And then finally, it's going through 82. Set that to that point. Now we need 84. I think what you can do is what I could say is what we just did in reverse order there, aren't we? There's 84. Then, yeah, I'm right. 101, which is there. And 96, which is there. 88, 89. 88, and then 89, 89, 89. Where are you? There you are. Right. Let's pop all this together. Right. So I'm going to go through this one first. Let's just pop these holes as we go along. Right, so that's that one. That way. Right. And that one. So it's going to go like that. And then we're going through Big wheel. No, we're not going through the little wheel because we're in reverse, aren't we? So little wheel, big wheel. And then this one, pop that tab out. And then the ship's wheel. I'm going to use tweezers for this to pop these parts out because these are so small around this wheel. I don't think this little wooden thing's going to do it. There you go, that's much easier. There we go. Okay. And then the wheel is going to go that way around. There we go. So we've got this crane built as well. Lovely stuff. So that is D complete. So that's our two masts and our crane. Now we are moving on to boat. So this is more D. Oh, you know what? I think I was wrong. I think all those I was bloody wrong. So those three masts are part of D overall. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Right. So what do we need? We need 98, 101, 102, 104. Right. Let's find it then. That was an easy find. 98, 102, 104. 102 and 104. Where are you? Oh, you'll be on a different bloody board, won't you? Okay. It is on a different board. That's 104. Right. So we're going to take this one here with, let's get those out. All those tabs on it. So 102 is going to go that way around. And it's going to slot in like so. 102 and then 104 is going to slot in this side. 104. Right. Keep it this way up because it's almost like a sunken one. I mean, 99 and 91. So that's going to be back on the original sheet we were using, just to make things a little bit more confusing. We want to straightforward, would we? There's 99 and 91. So that's 91. Same, I'm going tweezer technique to get this one's out. So is that one clear? That one, that one, that one. There we go. Right. So how's this going to? I see. I see. Okay, so we're going to have to fold these tabs. Can't see that working overly well, but that's what they want us to do. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to fold those tabs. And it's going to slot into there and there. Okay. Okay. That worked well. That worked well. That gives it a nice kind of 3D effect. I like that. And then this is going to attach to the back end of this, like so. Nice. And now we need 105. So that's going to be on the new one. Yeah. The same board 104 was on. So over we go, and let's get all these pieces out. Okay. Right. So now we're going to pop this one onto here like so. And these pieces are going to slot down into these grooves. Okay, that's that one in. That's looking nice. It's looking real nice. Now we need 110, 109. So that's the original board. We're going board to board in. This is bloody weird. All right. Are we the original board? No, new board. Right, so 109, 110. That's 109. That's 110. Right, so we'll pop these two together. Okay. We need 112 and 111. This looks reminiscent of the fun we had earlier with the this looks like a very complicated piece. I get nowhere near as bad, but still I think we're going to have that same sort of fun and games. Oh well, we'll make it work. We have to. Right, so we've got that kind of foldy piece there. And we got 111 we need as well, which is that one. Right. So let's see how this goes on here. Let's get all these pieces out first. We will be doing, as I said, live builds are going to become a bi-monthly thing. So every 2 months we're going to do one. So we're going to do another one of these in September. And we're going to choose it the same way we chose this one, by sort of public vote. So there'll be a bunch of them going up to vote. So if there is something you particularly want to see built, well, email me or Bill and the boys, and we'll submit as an option. And if it gets picked, it gets picked. If it doesn't, well, we can run again and we'll see. But yeah, if you've got suggestions to go into the vote, something, I'd like to see that built. I mean, you can build along with us if you want to, or if you just want to see it built, you can suggest it. Now, I'm trying to keep it something we can build on a live build. This probably wasn't my smartest choice because of how long it's going to take. I was looking at something that was going to take about 2 hours, and I just went a bit nuts on this one. But this is what it is. Right, how the bloody hell is this going on there? Okay. So that clips onto there. Yep. And that one clips on there. Yep. Onto there. Yeah, the most surprising one for me of all of the builds that were on the option to build, the most surprising one for me was a lot of people kept asking me to do a Lego build, right, rather than like Fun Hole or they're like, can you do Lego? I was like, yeah, sure. So I submitted one, lowest votes of everything. No one was interested in the Lego build. But the Fun Hole build got a lot of votes, and the JM Bricklayer build got a lot of votes. No one wants to do Lego. I was like, okay. Everyone would have been asking for it. I gave them the opportunity to do it. Nobody voted for it. I don't know if it was the set that was chosen. It was a Speed Champion set. I don't know, but it was not popular. Of all the builds, it got the lowest possible vote. I mean, it even got outvoted by a non-brand brick one, which was a build of the Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, which is the plants. That actually got a lot of votes. But yeah, Lego, no one was interested. That really surprised me because I genuinely thought that was the one that was going to get picked. I thought, well, if it is, it is. But Tortuga won by like a landslide. It wasn't even close. Tortuga on the votes, Tortuga won every round it was in unanimously. Nothing came close to beating it. The only thing that came close again, which again surprised the hell out of me, was Audrey 2, the Venus flytrap. That came really close. So did the fun hole tractor. Came really close as well. A lot of people wanted to do that one. But I mean, again, there'll be options. The ones that were really popular didn't get picked. We'll put them in the drawer again because people obviously, there was obviously a great deal of interest in them. So I think it's worth running them again and seeing if they get a shot. Look at this mountain of these shards building up here. So it's that one there. So that goes through here, like so. I think one at a time is probably the more sensible way of doing this than trying to force two on at once. Okay, so that's now looking. Now we've got to get 11 on, so let me pop these out of here as well. It would take too long. I get what you're saying, John, but it would take too long. I mean, that Jaws build is going to be huge. So we'd be looking at, I reckon at the low end on that Jaws set, you're looking at, if you burn through it, you'd be looking at 6.5 hours if you were quick. I think you're looking more 8 hours plus for that Jaws set. There's a lot to it, a hell of a lot to it. So yeah, I think that would be, I think it'd be too long for live. I mean, you'd have to have multiple lives, I think. I could do a Dustbuster, you're right. Yeah. Do you know what? That's not a bad idea, that, Dave. I might get one for in this room because the amount of little screws and stuff that are buried in the carpet here. The one thing I am 100% going to do is, if the floor has to be replaced at any point, I'm never putting carpet in a build room. So anytime the carpet's had it, I've decided I'm going to go hardwood flooring or some sort of lino or something like that. There is no point in having carpet in a hobby room. There just is not. It's nice, it's warm on my feet, but beyond that, it's the most impractical floor covering for a model room. It just is. It makes no sense to have it. Because, yeah, I mean, name any modeler that hasn't lost something of bloody significance to the carpet monster. That said, I do like having warm feet in winter. My old house, I had hardwood floors throughout. It sucked, man. There's no underfloor heating. So you come down in the morning, it's like, Jesus, it just cost a lot more to heat the bloody place. Carpets come back in a big way. I mean, when everyone went for that kind of laminate floor and hardwood floor thing. Now everyone's coming back to carpet. So that's that one on. Is that back piece? That looks nice, right? I quite like that. I quite like that. That's the way that one's going. So you can see that's now been converted into like someone's room. Now we need to take the pieces that we built and we're going to install them into this. So from here we are going, right, so we need 97. We need to put that together first. So let's get 97, pop that one together. So this is 97. I've got it, Dave. So I've got the, sorry, John. I've got the complete marble set. Very kindly, Wickerman sent me the other part that I needed, and Roker sent me the link kit. It's just it's just literally a case of me having the time to put it all together. but I'm gonna. I mean, because again, as I mentioned, I'm off this week, so I finally got time. So all these things that I want to do, these lovely things I want to do, I can do, which is it's a beautiful thing. I can't wait because the marble run I loved, and I've put off building a marble run for so long. And I wasn't going to build this one. I mean, this is what's nuts, right? So they contacted me and asked me if I would. This is a true story. Would you like to build the dragon boat? Yes, I would. They sent me pictures. Please don't tell anyone what this is, but this is what's coming up. Would you like to build it? Yes, I would. So they said, okay, we'll send it to you. And they sent me a tracking number. I was like, okay, cool. And it arrives, and I open it, and it was the marble run. And I'm like, that ain't a dragon boat. And I contacted them and I said, yeah, this is meant to be a dragon boat. And they went, yeah, no, we changed our mind. We've sent you the marble run. And I was like, what? And they said there's a delay with the the dragon boat. Is that right? And they said, so we've sent you the marble run. Build that one instead. I said, I didn't agree to this. But I looked at it and thought, you know what, it's here now. Might as well. So I built it, loved it, and yeah. You really want to build the Lotus Esprit from the Bond film, but you don't want to start that and then the 89 Batmobile comes out, so I'm not sure what to do. Right, my advice would be, the 89 is going to come out. There's no two ways about it. The 89 is going to come out. I believe it's now gone to a full run in France. So there is an inevitability to the 89. When that's going to come out, I don't know. That could be imminent or it could be a year from now, but it is going to come out. What I would suggest is if you really don't want to miss that 89, I would hold out for the 89. And the reason why I'm saying that over the Esprit is because Agora tend not to get rid of models. Now, that might be a bit different because it's a licensed one, but Agora models on their site seem to stick around for a while. So there's no risk of them disappearing as such. Whereas with Fanhome and also Hachette, once it's gone, it tends to be gone. Now, Fanhome do keep bringing them back. But I think if I had to gamble on what's going to be around for longer, I would say the Esprit will be around a lot longer than the 89. So when the 89's out, build the 89. That would be my advice. I'm not building that 89 until I've seen exactly what it looks like from my French friends, because I hated what I saw of it. So the images that I saw, it just looked weird. Now I'm hoping that's just the prototype in the images, but it looked like it was too short. It looked stubby. It didn't look right. I didn't like it. And it was, every time I looked at it, I'd see something else that was wrong with it. And I thought, there's too much going on with this one. Now that might just be the prototype, because typically what you see in those videos isn't the finished model. What you're actually looking at is a resin build of the finished model, not the finished model itself. So maybe I'm wrong, and it's lovely and everything works and it's gorgeous, but I don't know. I just wasn't happy with what I was looking at. That's just me. And I never say do as I do or do as I say. I'm just saying that's personally, that's where I was with it. It didn't blow me away. So it's not right for me. Yeah, that's just where I am. I'll put this together the wrong way around. How the frig have I done that? Because I followed the thing to the letter. Yep, got that the wrong way around. God damn it. Right, so we'll take half of it off at least. No, we don't. All we need to do is literally flip that piece. So we flip that one around. It all goes back on normal. Okay. You building the Moomin house? Okay, I mean, it's a personal thing. I mean, for me, it was nightmare fuel, but that doesn't mean it isn't for everybody else. I mean, everybody else has got their own kind of relationship with these things. The Snoopy house is going to be released by Fan Home. So they sent me through a survey where they pointed out things they were adding to the Fan Home site, and one of them was the Snoopy house that's had its run in Japan. So if that's your thing, if you like Snoopy, the Snoopy house is going to be available. But the Snoopy house is not a doll's house. That's the thing I can't stress enough. It's not. It's not like the Disney doll's house at all. It's more like a diorama display with lots of. It's lovely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't want anyone to think I'm kind of crapping on this thing, because I'm not. It is nice, but it's not a doll's house. That's what it isn't. It is what it is. So I mean, I'm expecting. Oh, it's a doll's house. Like, it's really not. So yeah, buyer beware. But it's yeah, the Moomin house I'm sure is really nice, but it is nightmare fuel. For me, it is anyway. Because it was hideous, man. Moomin in my day was. I know Japan sort of bought it and did like a very nice kind of almost anime adaptation of it, and it looked quite nice. But honestly, in my day, it was this really creepy ass stop motion, and every character on it was scary. It just honestly used to scare the shit out of me. And I don't know, man. I just don't want it mouse. Don't want it mouse. But I bet it's a lovely build. I bet it's a really nice build. Okay, so that is D complete, and that is bloody. That's a lot. Wow, so there's a lot going on with that one. All right, let's move that out of the way. Oh no, there's still a pipe to go on that one. Let's get that pipe. Goes into there. There we go. Lovely stuff. That looks really nice. That looks crazy detailed. Look at all that. That was really good. Really nice. Yeah, I know the dragon boat does look really nice. And it does things that they haven't put in the market in, which is mad. I don't know what Roku are thinking, but the whole thing lights up. It's almost got like a neon light effect, which is absolutely stunning. But they haven't mentioned once in any of the marketing they put out for it. They don't mention the lighting effect that it has. And I'm like, and you probably should, because a lot of people sat on the fence about the model and they're like, oh, I don't know about it, I'm not sure about it. It looks bloody amazing, and it's huge. It's the biggest Roker box I've ever had turn up. It was absolutely massive, and I'm like, because when it arrived, I thought that can't be it, because it looked too big. But no, it is. Right, so I'm moving on to part E now. Now this again doesn't look too complex, so we're going to pop out these pieces. We need 124 to begin with. But yeah, Dragon Boat again. So we are going. This week is very Viking and piratey. So starting with our Tortuga build here. We'll then have the Titanic, which I appreciate isn't pirate or Viking, but it's still seafaring, I suppose. We're having that, and then we will have the Viking boat. The Dragon boat is so nice, man. So I'm just going to get that done. And like I said, this is all my time. So my wife's off as well, and she kind of, bless her, gets that at the moment. You know, I'm not the best couple of months with stress and kind of illness and whatnot, and so she is. You know, she's like, just catch up, get some time for you, which is, bless her. That's really, you know, decent for her to do. So yeah, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to build some of these models, and there isn't. I swear to it, it's like therapy. There is nothing better than sitting down with a great big Roker model and just burning through it. I mean, it's my favorite way to spend a Sunday. Just do a Roker from start to finish is just bliss, man. It just is. I never like pausing on a Roker. I like to, once I start, I like to do the whole thing and just go. So that's that one in. Now we need 118. What is it? Yeah, they're nice, man. Roker models are just gorgeous. You can just sit down and switch off, and yeah, it's good, man. Did you say YouTubers made the Addams Family house? If it's the one I'm thinking of, I've seen her. Didn't she spend years doing that as well? It was like, if it's the one I'm thinking of, there was a lady who spent about 4 years making an Addams Family house, and it's bloody spectacular. I can completely understand why it took her so long, because I mean, she did not hold back on that thing. It is, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it is bloody impressive. But yeah, if it is, she spent years. I mean, I'm sure it was like 3 or 4 years building the Addams Family house, and yeah, it looks amazing. But she got, I think she got to the point where she just wouldn't stop tweaking it. So it was like you got to know when you're done, because it was just tweak all the time on it. It's like you got to stop, my love. You got to stop. You got to a bad place here. You got to stop. Right. So now we need 126. Because that's the thing. When again, with any model that you build, particularly something that's a bit more scratch build, you're always going to tweak it. You're never going to be happy with it. 10 years. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 10 years. Yeah, you're never going to be happy with the model that you built. And blemishes. Ken, you're going to know what I'm talking about here. You do scratch build stuff. If there's a blemish on something, you can see it. And typically, it's all you see. If you've built something, you can see it. You show anyone else, they won't spot it at all. They don't even know it's there. And you're terrified that they're going to see it because it's all you can see. You know it's there. Whereas other people don't. No one picks up on it. And it's the worst. It's kind of the torture of it, where you're thinking, oh no, people are all going to see this mark, and they don't. They don't see that mark at all. But you see it all the time because you know it's there. And it's yeah, it's the curse. They didn't completely abandon the fourth fairground model. They have said, because I've spoken to them about this numerous times, every time they ask me to do something, I'm like bloody Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. I'm like, quid pro quo. I'm like, Scott's not doing you a favour until you just got a favour. I need to know what's happening with this. They haven't abandoned it. What they said was that it was too complicated. And I get what they mean by that, because I've seen it running. Now, believe it or not, that drop tower isn't just like a winch where it goes up to the top and drops. So it works exactly as a drop tower. The little harnesses on top of the seats all lower individually over the chairs. Then a hand comes down, grabs the chairs and lifts it up to the top. It then rotates, lets them go, and they drop. And it almost works like a braking system. So it plummets, a braking system kicks in, closes it, slows it down, the lights shoot up as it happens, and then all of the seatbelts open. It was amazing. Which is it is complicated, and I think it's over. So I don't know what they meant by it's too complicated, because I said to them, I'd still like to take a shot at it if you've got one. So that's my thing. I'm like, if you got one lying around, I don't care how complicated it is, let me take a shot and I'll tell you how complicated it is. I think what they meant by too complicated was too expensive. I think for what it is, I think the electrics that were involved in it, making it run, I think that set would have been overpriced. And I think that's what they meant by the complexity of it all, that they were worried they'd have too many people complain that they couldn't get it to work, because they've had a lot of complaints on the fairground models. Now, personally, I didn't have any problems with the fairground models. Now, that's not to knock anyone who was building one, but I just didn't have a problem with fairground models. I thought they went together quite smoothly, if I'm honest. I thought, okay, but a lot of people did. So I'd imagine they get inundated with mine doesn't work, mine doesn't do this, mine's not spinning, mine isn't doing this, mine is, and they probably thought that the drop tower would just result in so many of those cases that they just didn't bother. That they probably thought, you know what, this is going to be more hassle than it's worth. So yeah, I mean, it looked incredible, and I really want it. It has become, I joke about it all the time, it has become the unicorn of Roker models. It's out there. We just haven't got one. Everybody wants it. It's that one model. You'd like to think. They said they're working on it. So this is me rambling now. They said they are working on it, and they still do want to bring it out. So they are doing what they can do, but what they don't want to do, and this is what I like about Roker, is they don't want to skimp on it. They don't want to make it just kind of like a boring drag and drop thing. They do actually want it to have some function. So We'll see. I mean, I'm first in line. I can tell you that when that thing comes out, I'm all over it. Because I love their fairground modes are beautiful. The tilt whirl is one of my favorites, and the tilt whirl is beautiful. The chair plane is really good as well. Again, chair plane. The one I've seen more than anything is people's that kind of whir a little bit, and it doesn't get the full rotation. If I showed you mine looks like it's going to bloody take off. It's like a helicopter. But I've seen other people's where it rotates a little bit, slows, speed, slows, speed, slows, speed, slows. And they go, why is mine doing this? And that's all the exact same thing. And they all answer the exact same way. I say, did you wax your gears? No. There you go. That'd be why then. It really is that simple. When it comes to roker models, if it's got a working or moving part, wax it. And when you think you put too much wax on it, put some more on it. And it will work absolutely fine. But the amount of people that just don't, they skimp on that, they don't sand their pieces, and they don't wax them. Right, so 127 and 128. Yeah, sand your stuff so it's smooth, wax it so it runs. It really is that simple. I mean, you know, it really is that simple. So this goes on there like so. That one goes on there. This one goes here. So we've got almost like a serving hatch on this one. That's cool. So that's that one done. That's F done. We have somewhat skipped E. Got a piece come off there as well. Put that back on. Right. So E. Again, this really doesn't look complicated. That's good news. So we need 168. 168. Yeah, the drop tower is my. It's. I won't rest until I've made one of those. Do you get what I mean? That's. I'm not alone in that. There's a lot of people that they just want that drop tower, and I think the fact that we can't have it has made it more desirable. You know, it's almost like when they said it's too complicated, I was like, oh, that sounds perfect. Then I like a challenge. I'm like, too complicated, let me at it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll take a shot at it. Because I mean that's attractive to me. Too complicated, I'm like, yeah, let me let me fight the impossible roker. I hope it comes out. I mean, I've stressed to them a lot, where I've said to them in the conversations I've had, people want this. You know, they do. So whatever it is you need to do to make it happen, please make it happen, because this is the one we all talk about. And they do read the socials. They do watch the YouTube videos. They do. That's how they found me. They do watch all of these things, and they listen to what people have to say. So they are very aware of how much people want that tower. Yeah, I used to give mine away, so I've given away a lot of models that I've built, and then I started collecting them a bit more during the pandemic. But the one that was that right? Yes, it is. Right, so that's that piece ready. Right, so I need 78, 78, 80, and 82. Right, 170, 178, 182, 82. Right. Yeah, I mean the fairground models are beautiful, and I hope there's more. To be honest with you, I hope they do more fairground models, because I'd buy them. But we'll see. Really, I mean, I'd like anything. They always, whenever they do things, sometimes they go, nah, I don't really know. And they did the printing press, and they contacted me about that. Would you like to build the printing press? I thought printing press sounds a bit dull. One of my favorite builds I've ever done. So glad I said yes. Yeah, one of the favorite builds I've ever done. The printing press was absolutely beautiful. It's clever as well. The mechanism's clever, and I got to say the phrase "spring-loaded bear." How often do you get to say that? Never. I've never said that before. I'll never say it again. Apart from what I just did. But in context, I'll never say it in context again. I'll never have a reason to say, "Oh yeah, okay." Now the good news is we now have a spring-loaded bear. Yeah, they're gorgeous. The little fairground models are beautiful. I think there's something very quaint about them. I mean, the one thing, a lot of people weren't happy with them, which is why, if you've seen uh, the Old West carriage, it went back to using traditional clockwork, because that was the big thing of Roker models, was that everything was kind of like wood gears, and it was wind up. There was no real electrics involved in it. So every early model certainly was wooden. You made the gears, and you know that's what you did, and that's what. Then they started introducing motors and things like that, and some people didn't like it. Some people wanted, the traditional kind of music box method, and they obliged, so that they're still making those style of sets. But I liked the fairground models. I liked the electrics. I thought they were used to good effect, and I didn't think it was overkill or anything like that. And I liked them. I enjoyed them. Right, so that's that one. We need 166. Yeah, like Rob said, me and him had this conversation, Bert Fertile there. We had a conversation. The music's weird, so they chose green sleeves for the Old West, the Old West carriage. And I think it's because it's public domain. You haven't got to pay anyone to use the tune. But Home on the Range or something like that, or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, or something, would have been better than green sleeves. It just doesn't. I don't associate green sleeves with the Old West. It seemed like a very odd choice. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the thought behind that was. So the tune kind of spoils the carriage. It's out of place. But it's what they opted for. But yeah, something like Home on the Range or something like that, I think would have been ideal. But no, there's those green sleeves for some reason. But you are limited. I mean, again, unless you want to pay a license for music, you're limited to what you can have on there. And green sleeves is very much public domain, is recognised, but it doesn't suit an Old West carriage. It was a weird kind of choice. I mean, even like Oh My Darling, My Darling Clementine or something like that, probably would have suited it. But I don't know. There were a lot of better choices, I think. Okay. But I mean, this is the thing. I absolutely adore Roker models. I think they are spectacular. They've only made what I would say, in my opinion, again, this isn't everybody's experience, it's different, but in my opinion, they've only made one bad model, and that was the airplane control tower. I thought that was absolutely bloody awful, because it just shook itself apart. No matter what you did, the mechanism was too strong for the build, so that it would shake itself apart. It would literally come off the base, and I tried everything to make it work because I loved the brand and I was very forgiving. I refused to kind of acknowledge that they'd made a dud, but they had, because I spoke to a lot of people that had the exact same experience. No matter what they did, the airplanes would just shake the mechanism apart. The gears would slip out of place and it would fall to bits. And I tried everything. I tried gluing it. I tried wedging it. I tried rewaxing. No matter what I did, it just didn't. It wasn't a good design. That was the problem. It just fell apart, which was a heartbreaker. And then when we moved house, all the models survived. Every model I had survived, with the exception of one, and it was the airplane control tower. And I wasn't even slightly gutted. I was like, oh wow. I wasn't bothered at all. What's the 3 part models you've built? Number one, my favorite by far, and it's not. This is weird, right? I'm weird. It wasn't because I particularly like the model. I do really like the model, but that isn't why it's my favorite. My very favorite, my number one, is the Routemaster bus, and the reason why is because it was just so much fun to build. It was every pack that came through. I did it through Agora. Every pack that came through was solid, and it built up cohesively. So there was no kind of like random jumping around and now you're doing this, now you're doing that. It all just built up watching it grow, and it was a joy. Right? So every pack was an absolute joy to build, and I just absolutely loved it. So for the build experience, my number one is definitely to date is uh, the Route Master. The second favorite one would be XL1, because again, even with the stuff that went down with the Eagle Moss, um, it was just a joy to build, and it's something I got to do with the kids, and it's a beautiful build. It really is. It's such a nice build. And then third, even though it's not finished, Titanic. I've enjoyed Titanic so much, and I can already, I mean, nothing. I say this, I can't see anything suddenly going so horrible with it that it's not fun anymore. Because it's such a nice model. It's just, yeah, it's been so nice. So yeah, I would say those are my three. What are yours? What are your three favorites? Huh. I can't figure this out for the bloody life of me. Right. How is this supposed to go now? Got it. There you go. Fifth time's the charm. Sunset Carnival disappointed me. I made no mistakes, but it doesn't move smoothly, and the music is deafening. I've heard that. I've heard that the volume of the Sunset Carnival is a bit mental. That's the problem, I think, with electric music as well. It can be quite harsh. Some of the Roker electric music, it can be quite in your face, and it's like, bloody hell, calm that down. I've not built Sunset Carnival myself. I mean, again, Rob's a Roker junkie, so it's easier to name the ones he hasn't built than the ones he has built. Um, But you should look at some of the old school ones, Rob. You should look at the submarine. You should look at the moon vehicle. The submarine was really nice, man. Plays Beyond the Sea, and it's like a steampunk submarine. There must be still some kicking around somewhere on Amazon or something. You could get one. But it was nice. It was a simple build. It was a simple build. I mean, it's basically a box, but it's nice. And the moon buggy as well plays Fly Me to the Moon. That was a cute one. That's 172 there, and then 174 as well. Yeah, the moon buggy was cute as hell. You just cost me more money. I did just cost you more money, man. I'm sorry. But the moon buggy is really nice, right? I do like it. It plays, as I said, it plays Fly Me to the Moon, and it's just a cute little thing. And the submarine, yeah, Beyond the Sea. I got that. Christ, when look at that, 2020. I got that one. So my wife bought me off my birthday in 2020. So yeah, 4 years ago I built that one. But that was a really nice one. It's early Roker, right? So that's kind of, you have to respect that when you're building it. It's early Roker. If you compare it to like Roker now, you might be disappointed. It's early Roker, so it's a basic construction. It won't take you that long. It's missing things. So you're like, this could do with lights, or this could do with smoothing off, or this could. I mean, you can almost light it, but I love it. I think it's a gorgeous little thing, and I recommend it. Right, so we're gonna pop that one through there, that one on there, and then this one is going to go in the middle. Let's put that in a bloody place. That goes on there. I see. I see. I see. I see. Goes there. And this goes in the middle. There we go. Hey, thanks, Rick, man. It was so good of you to stop by. Have a good night, man. Thank you for joining us. It's appreciated. So that's E done. So we've got A, B, C, D, E, F done. We have G and H to go. So I think it's time for another bit of a chat. So camera's going to go dark, then I'll come back on and you'll see my lovely smiley face. There we go. I'm back. Oh god, I've mirrored the bloody video. Give me a second. Let me just sort that out. I'm just seeing gawking at Right, I've got. I can't have that mirrored camera. It's freaking me out. There we go. Now it looks like normal. That's it. I can't have a mirrored camera. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're getting there. Let's have a look what we got to do. So G is fairly simple. G is a staircase. Don't think that's gonna take a lot to do. We got H1 to build. So a bunch of places that go into H, and then we're literally just putting all on the base. So I don't think it's going to take us that much longer. And I think we are going to complete tonight, which is good because that's where I want to be. It's bloody warm in here. I'll tell you that. Truth, it's bloody warm. Yes, we've got a little staircase to build. Then a hut. That all goes together. Bunch of stuff to go on the base. Then we just start putting literally H goes on the base, G goes on the base, F goes on the base, C goes on the base, B goes on the base, D and A, and then it's done. A couple of little touch-ups and make some rowboats, and then we're done. So it's literally a case of taking the parts we've done and that's it. So that'll be good. So I'd say we've probably got another hour in this, and then we're going to be done. But it's happy with that. Why is this? It's bloody warm in here. My God. I never did the Thunderbirds ones. I saw them come out. I've heard mixed things about them. I've heard some people loved them. I've heard they were noisy. That's what I've heard. That one of the Thunderbirds in particular was really noisy. I had a lowering mechanism. It was like a proper grinder. And I noticed that with ET the other day. I saw a few people upset with their neck motor of ET. That it was really noisy. I wouldn't worry about it just yet because I think what you got to respect is that neck motor at the moment isn't lifting anything. So it's going to be running a lot faster than it actually is when it's lifting the weight of ET's massive head. So that motor's going to slow, which means the noise is going to reduce. Then it's going to be inside of the frame. Then that's going to be surrounded by the skin and whatnot, the latex skin. So it's going to don't worry about it. If you're building that ET, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not building the ET. I wish I was, but I'm not. But it is what it is. I think ET's going to be. I've always said this to ET. ET is shaping up already to look quite spectacular, and it's going to be one of the most unique part works they've ever put out. I just hope it lives up to what it could be. I think it could be ET could be something bloody spectacular. I really want it to be one I'm gutted I missed, the one I'm relieved I avoided. You know. Oh, thank you, Kenneth. That's very kind of you. Oh, nice. Full model as well. Oh man. See, I saw Wayne attempt to build a full kit in a day. Tried to do a 24-hour build, nearly killed it, man. But it's yeah. Why was they push the metal bits and the cogs down a bit further and dull the noise in the ET mechanism? Yeah, it will. I mean, this is the thing as well. Like I said, that mechanism at the moment is just going without anything attached to it. So if you think about it, when you've got the weight of everything else on top of it, it's going to slow that motor. It just is. So that kind of is going to slow right down. You're not going to get that grinding like that. And again, it's going to be surrounded by latex skin and whatnot inside the head. So I don't think it needs to worry about it. It's going to have a noise. I mean, that's the way it is. It's because of the mechanics of it. It's going to make a noise to do it. But I don't think it's worth freaking out about too much yet. I think until you've actually seen it running inside of a neck, I wouldn't panic about it yet. I mean, the one thing I will say, the Ecto One, the noise of the Ecto One light bars is ridiculous. It's not good. It sounds like a bloody coffee machine. Okay, no. Good night, mate. Honestly, you got an early start, man. A really early start. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for everything, mate. It's always good to see you. Yeah, I wouldn't panic about the ET noise. I wouldn't just yet. The noise of the Ecto One is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It sounds like a coffee grinder, and that was a massive misfire. But I don't have the lights on all the time, so it didn't bother me. I kind of just thought, okay, the flashing lights are something it does. So it's like even if they were silent, I wouldn't want blue flashing lights in this room all the time blinding me. It's just something that, the kids get a kick out of. If I get someone to visit, it does this, and I can show them. That's about it. It's kind of like the Titanic blows steam. I'm never going to use that function. I'm just not. It's cool that it does it. Maybe one day we'll grandkids or something, and like Grandpa will show you exactly what's there. But I'm not. It's not going to be something that just daily I'm blowing steam out the bloody Titanic. I'm just not. So it's not a function I'm really going to use. So if it's fantastic, great. If it's not, I'm not bothered. It's not, it's not that big a deal to me. That said, and people have been asking me about this. My case guy. So it's taken way longer than it was going to take. But they had issues. They had problems with the site, but they are now full steam ahead. So we are talking imminently. Those cases are coming through. They're doing more. I'm loaning them some of my models, so when they go to trade shows and whatnot, they can display the cases. But they are looking at a Titanic case vented. So if you do want to blow steam out of your Titanics, but don't want to have to keep taking a case off and on, they're looking at making a case that they can have pieces that you can vent, so you can still blow steam out the top of it without, filling the thing. How practical it's going to be, I don't know. But it's an idea, and it means there will be at least an option, so that'll be good. But they are sort of fine tuning everything they want to do with the business at the moment, and exactly how it's going. But that will be imminent, so those cases will be very, very, very soon. I literally spoke to the guy yesterday, so that'll be good. That'll be really good. I don't blame you, Mark. I really don't. I mean, if you're going to use those light bars a lot, 100% I'd go to power upgrades for them. I just would, because the noise is just too much. But I'm not. I mean, this is the thing. So it's like I don't like my Root Master. I don't ever put the lights on it. I just don't. I'd like to, but to get my hand into that thing and turn the lights on is just, it's not worth the effort. So I'm perfectly happy with the model as it is. I don't need my models to do the light things. It's different with an ET. With ET, I want ET to work. I want it to run. But when it comes to, say, the Ecto, it's in its case. It's over there. I'm kind of happy with it. I don't need it all lit up and do this thing. I just don't. My Ecto's still not finished. I've got the parts. I literally got one piece of roof rack to do. I haven't done it because it's pathetic, but it means it's finished. And I don't want to finish it, but I will. I've just got to, at some point, I'll put my big boy trousers on and get it done. But it's got one piece left to go on it, but everything else is on there. But those light bars were so disappointing that just the sound was like, is that the best you could do? And yeah. Kenneth, it depends what you want to go for, mate, because I'd advise, if you're a complete novice, I would go for the carpentry truck is a good one. It's a really good one. It gives you a good kind of taste of the style of build and whatnot. But if you want, no, I'm good. I want to go in, full steam ahead. Go to the antique centre. It's so nice, but you'll see I've got that coming up this week. So the video will come out hopefully tomorrow at the antique centre. If not, it'll be Monday. It's beautiful. It's so nice. I'm not even kidding. I thought they've outdone themselves. It is bloody spectacular. It's so nice. But that's the very latest one that's out. And at the moment, you can get like 20% off it. It's not promotion YouTube, not promoting anything. It's just 20% off site-wide at Fun Hall at the moment. So it's well worth it. But it depends what your style is. Because, I mean, again, personal favourites of mine, I like the steampunk sets. The Old West sets are awesome. So the saloon is really nice. The interior of the saloon is gorgeous with the chandelier and the bar lights and it's beautiful, so nice. So there's a lot of options. There has not been, I swear to God, I haven't built a bad fun hall set yet, not one. They've all been good. They got clever kind of elements to them, and the lighting just really makes them pop, really does. But I'd also hang on, Kenneth, if I was you, because as I said, there are 5 new ones coming. I know what they are. And they're sending them to me, and they look beautiful. I'd hang fire because there's some spectacular stuff coming up. There really is. Really nice. Bluetooth unit for the Rootmaster. Yeah, again, so you can just, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's nice. I love the Rootmaster, man. It was such a nice build. It really was. It was just a beautiful thing. And again, the reason why I built it, I don't have a particular affection for Rootmaster buses, but I wanted to build something very British. A lot of what I build is American cars, American models, American pop culture, and I just thought I want to do something quintessentially British. And you don't get much more British than a red double-decker bus, you know what I mean? And oh God, I was so happy with it. It doesn't live in the build room, it lives just outside. So outside of my build, so you enter the build room over there. So there's a door there, you enter the build. I'll do a tour of here one day. You enter the build room over there, and as you go out, there's a window. It's on the windowsill. So I've got sprawl, as my wife calls it. I'm slowly creeping out of the build room. More models are finding their way downstairs at the moment. Book nooks are finding their way into the living room, and yeah, the little Roker Bumblebee that butterfly, sorry, that found its way down. That lives downstairs. She likes that, so that lives downstairs now. So yeah, more of mine are finding their way out of the building. They've got it. I'm running out of bloody room. Seriously, I'm running out of space. Where I'm going to put a 3-foot Dalek, I don't know, but I'm making a 3-foot Dalek. I was thinking of doing the new sheriff and the saloon. And one of the, yeah, that'll be a good one. Right. If you like the Old West builds, Ken, honestly, right, and hear what I'm saying, there's a really good one coming up, right? Seriously, there is a fantastic Old West set coming up. I can't tell you what it is. I wish I could, but they'll sue my face off. But I promise you, in about 2 weeks, you'll find out what it is. And it is stunning, right? It's beautiful. And it goes really nice with the other two. But it's very different to the other two. How can I tell you what it is without telling you what it is? No, I can't. I really want to. I really want to tell you what it is, but I can't. You ever seen Back to the Future 3? Okay. That pops into my mind when I think of what the new one coming out is. You know what I mean? So yeah, there is a new one coming, but yeah, it reminds me of Back to the Future 3. It's a really nice one. So hang fire, I promise you. It's worth it. But the saloon's great. The saloon is beautiful. The sheriff's office is great as well. The sheriff's office is so funny. Upstairs where his quarters are, there's like his little bath that he hangs out in. But there's also there's this tiny little bottle of whiskey that goes next to the bath. And I'm thinking, that's so cool. So you just see the sort of, I'm just relaxed in the bath with my whiskey. And I'm thinking, it's just those little details. You're like, that's so good. That's so good. The saloon's great fun, but the saloon's up here. You can't see it very well, but the saloon and the sheriff's office are up here. Love them, absolutely love them. They're beautiful sets. They light up really nice. Such clever builds, man, and recommend them. I really do. All right, let's get back to this. Let's see if we can get this one done. If not, we are going to come back tomorrow night. I don't want to do that. I want to try and get this done in one go. So hopefully this all goes fine. I'm going to go dark, switch the camera over, and we'll be back on just a second. That is the Hachette Doctor Who Dalek, Stephen. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing because, yeah, I got it, man. As soon as I saw that, it was like a complete no-brainer. I was like, oh yeah, Dalek, absolutely. I'm like, you ain't got to ask me twice. There was sometimes ones come along that I don't even need to think about. I just saw that Dalek and I'm like, do I want to build a 3-foot Dalek? Yes, I do. So I'm building a 3-foot Dalek. And I went, you said you were from Gloucester. Did you go to the Comic Con at Oxstores last week by any chance, Stephen? Because I did. And they had tons of Daleks there, full-size ones. And they raced them. I've never seen that before. I saw a Dalek race. It was so cool. And I had a conversation with the guys that are building the Daleks. And because I thought I've got to know what are in these things. And it's wheelchairs. It's electric wheelchairs. They strip they strip all of the frame off the wheelchair, and they leave the seat and the wheels. That's it. And they sit inside the Daleks, and they race them. They don't race them, they drive around in them and whatnot, but they're in them, so they're inside the Daleks, and it was so cool, man. They had so many different styles. But they go all out, man. I mean, the amount of money they've spent on building these friggin' Daleks. Now, I will say this, nowhere near as much as I thought. I thought they'd spent a lot more on these things than they had, and that's credit to them because they make them look really, really good. But they're really nice. I mean, it was, you could see the effort that's got into making these Daleks is ridiculous. But they were bloody impressive. But yeah, it's wheelchairs. So that's what they're operating them on. So they strip the wheelchair down completely. They take the controls off the wheelchair and attach them to the front of the Dalek. And what happens is they're made of wood. The body's made of wood. They get in it, and it splits in half. So the top comes off completely, and the bottom splits in half. They get in, and then they get kind of like latched into it. They fold the front round, almost like a clamshell. They get in it, so they're kind of quite claustrophobic in there, and then they're peering out through the blackness. So where the shoulders, they call them on the Dalek, are, that's where they can see out through. And then they do their electrics. They've got a voice changer, so they can talk while they're inside it. And it sounds like a Dalek voice, and it was so cool, man. But yeah, I was very impressed. The show itself wasn't great, Stephen, if I'm honest with you. I won tickets to it, which was nice. So it saved me money. The kid really enjoyed it. But for me, there wasn't enough there. I mean, when they were charging 10 quid to get in, you could walk around it, and I would say under 10 minutes. Easily under 10 minutes. You could walk around and see every single exhibit and store in less than 10 minutes. There just wasn't enough there. That's the reality. There just wasn't. But the Daleks were so cool, man. That was the high point. But like I said, my little boy really enjoyed it. He had a great day out. I've just been to far better. Let's get these parts out. So we're building a staircase here, which is just slightly bigger than the other one that we built. Get those pieces out. I'm glad to hear it, Kenneth. I mean, they are so much fun, man. Honestly, and it's one of these things. When they first approached me, I had the same kind of. I had like a snobby attitude, and I was like, "Oh no, just knock off Lego. I'm not interested." And that's where I was. I just thought, you know what, you're just some sort of like cheap brand, and they're so not. They're so not. That's kind of. It's taught me to open my my mind a little bit more. because the one thing they definitely are not is a cheap version of Lego. They are their own thing. They have their own. They've not ripped off any of Lego's kind of designs or anything like that. All of their designs are their own. They've got fantastic designers, and their stuff is remarkable. Now, I've built a lot of Lego for the kid over the years, and I noticed a dip in quality. I just did. So things that never happened before had started happening. So I'd noticed a lot more missing pieces were starting to happen. I'd never had a piece missing. Then all of a sudden, I had it happen like 3 sets in a row. I thought, okay, so quality's clean. So quality control's taking a dip. But then the other thing I noticed was a lack of printed bricks, and everything became stickers. Put the sticker on this, put the sticker on this. And it's like, because it's cheap. Now, the one thing Lego definitely isn't is bloody cheap. They charge a fortune for it. So their cost-cutting method, you're thinking, okay, well, where am I seeing the saving here? Because I'm not, because your prices are going up, and the quality of the set is coming down. So how is this right? So and they did a couple of skanky things. Like they did the thing with the poly bags where you can collect those minifigures that come in the blind bags. And you could, if you were, savvy, you could figure out what they were by squeezing the bags. That was part of the fun. They cottoned on to this, so they started putting them in boxes. So you can't do that anymore. I thought, oh, that was skeezy. That was, a cheap move. I thought that was a bit mean. That's what they did. And yeah, I just thought that was a bit. I don't know. And it was things like that just kept happening. There was just things all the time where it was like, oh, now what have you done? And it's like, oh, now we found another way to sort of, do you out of this, and we found another way to skimp on this, and it's like it was all the bloody time. So I'm not getting that from Funhole. Their stuff is bloody spectacular. You can see they're taking so much time and effort over everything they do. They genuinely listen to your feedback. So if you've got something to say to them, they listen. They want to know, and that's a rarity these days. It just is. So I will champion them endlessly because they are legit. They are exactly what they are, and fair play to them. All right, so let's get this piece on. So yeah, I can't recommend it enough. If the only reason somebody hasn't tried a Funhole set is because of some weird loyalty to Lego, Lego got no loyalty to you, man. They don't. So it's not something that I don't pledge allegiance to Lego, because they certainly don't pledge it to me. If you're Gloucester based, Steve, at some point we're going to have a pint, mate. That's the rule in Talk Models. That's the rule. I don't make the rules, but I will enforce them. But yeah, if you're Gloucester based, mate, let's meet up and have a pint, talk models. Because, we're limited on who we can talk models with. It's always nice when you find someone that is into kind of modeling and things like that, because you can just fully geek out. It's like it all just comes out at once, like a barrage. Because it's like, finally, someone I can talk to about this. It's why I love the years of the channel, man, because there's some great conversations over email and things like that. It's just, it's a joy. Am I enjoying this build? I'm switched off to this build, rather, if I'm honest with you. It's all right. I like it, but is it particularly? No, it's Someone said, "Did you enjoy it?" It was all right. I'm sure at the end when I see it finished, I think what it is there's no finished piece. So that's kind of the problem. At the moment, I've just made bits, so I've got nothing to look at where I go, okay, well, that's where we are with this. I've just got lumps. I'm sure when it's all together, I might go, wow, that was totally worth it. Or I might go, I don't know. I like it. I do. It's interesting, but I don't know. We'll see. We're nearly there. So right, so we've got 129 and 130. 129. $130. 132 and 143. Right, so 132. Have you completed the secure, Rob? That's what I'm interested to know. Because it looks like I'm not building it. They asked me to do it, and I said no because I've got too much on. Because to me, I've built a book nook that had one of those in it, right? Literally the same color scheme, everything. And I thought, just look a massive version of the thing already built inside of a book nook. It's nice, but I just thought, yeah, I think I've done that. So I passed. And that's why I did the bus. The bus was really nice. I like the bus. The bus was simple as well. It was a real old school Rogue style build, where there was no gears or mechanics or anything like that. It was just, here's a bus. There's nothing wrong with that, I think sometimes that's needed. Not everything's got to be overly complicated. It can just be a pretty model. Oh yeah, I hate finishing halfway through. For me, it's this whole thing where it's like I'm worried that I'm not going to finish it. It's going to end up as an unbuilt model somewhere, because I have got one of those. I've got an unbuilt model that I stopped and just never started again, and that's annoyed the hell out of me. So I always feel this kind of weird sort of self-inflicted pressure of I've got to finish it now. If this gets done in a sitting. But yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know what that is, but I've always had it. I'll do it in one go. I mean, this is how pathetic I am with it, right? So I started building that the Viking house from JM Bricklayer the other night, right? Because this is my arrogance as a modeler, right? This is me overconfident in my abilities. I looked at it and thought, that's going to take 2 hours tops. So I started at 9 o'clock at night, right? Thinking I'd be done by 11, right? It's 3,500 pieces, right? Which means I'd have to do, I think it was something like, I worked it out, I'd have to do something like 100 pieces a minute or something like that. It was something ridiculous to even have any chance of finishing it in 2 hours. Impossible. You couldn't if you wanted to. And I'm thinking, what the bloody hell was I thinking? Because I started it, I got about 2 hours in and thought, I'm not even halfway through bag one. I thought, why the bloody hell did I think I could get this done in a night? And then it actually took me, honestly, I was like 5 nights working on that model, because I could just grab like an hour or 2 hours here and there. It took about 11 hours in total. But yeah, honestly, my arrogance, I'll have it done in 2 hours. Not even slightly. Not even slightly. It was an embarrassment how long it took me. But yeah, that's easy this. I've done an hour. Right, so that's that piece on. Now we need 142. Come on. Right, so let's get this one on. You can see Avon Model Show on the 4th next month. I didn't know there was an Avon Model Show on the 4th next month. It sounds like I am. Now I know there is. So that might be, hey Rob, do you fancy a day trip? That sounds like fun. We might be going to the Avon Model Show. I know I'm busy on this. I just remember what I'm doing on the 3rd of August. I'd like to. The heart definitely wants to. The head is now going to me. Are you mad? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's totally go to it, Rob. Right. We are busy on the 3rd, Rob. we've got wrestlers to boo, cheerful, and bizarrely shave on the 3rd of August. But I'm totally up for that, man. We should totally fly down there and take a look, and spend all our money. Exactly. That's the same thing. I just thought, oh, what's the wife going to say? Because I'm now going to have to say to her, babe, on the 3rd, I'm spending all afternoon and then subsequently the evening at the wrestling. Right. And then the next day, I'm going to a modelling show. And she's going to go to, are you like 4, Scott? I'm like, no, just know to have fun. 131. It's like, yeah, that's me asking a lot right there, madam. We could make something up, Rob. We could say we're going to do something else. Something we wouldn't be as angry about, something we'd be less angry about. We can tell them we're going to see strippers. Because they probably genuinely would be less angry about that than us going to a modelling show. I think I'd be less embarrassed to tell them that's what I was doing. Oh, God. That's 131 goes in there. Yeah, where you go? Stripper convention. Like, oh, okay, have fun. We will. And then I come home, she'd be all angry. And she'd be like, what is this? And I go, oh, yeah, it's a Roker kit. You weren't at strippers at all, were you? No. Right, we don't need 148. I can't believe it at model shows. Right. God, this is a big piece. All right, so this is one. Look at the size of this. So this is 140. Bloody hell. Stripper convention. She wouldn't be as angry about that. If I said I'm not coming home all day, I'm at stripper convention. She'd be like, oh, God, whatever, get out your system. But yeah, then I'd come back and she'd be like, is that wood glue in your pocket? I'm like, no. Have you put tweezers? No, I haven't. I'm running upstairs trying to hide, a bloody Spitfire. No, I swear, it's just the stripper's phone number. It's nothing. It's not models. Right. So 148 is going to go inside this one. However, what we need to do as well, Rob, is if we go to a model show, we need to ask the guys there that are selling the stuff. But look, if we give you an extra $5, can you write me a receipt that matches what I'm going to tell my wife I paid for this? That's the only thing we can do. Is I'll give you $5, and then you write me a receipt that says this was 20 quid, not 200. Only 164. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can believe it, Rob. Believe me. Yeah. How much have you spent? I've got. God, you're in trouble when you do lowball it and they're still furious, and you've like really lowballed it. It's like half what you spent, and they're still mad. You go, God, if I knew the truth. So on wooden models, I'm like, but again, all jokes aside, I was speaking to somebody at work yesterday about this. And I said, for all jokes aside, when I joke about my kind of nerdy hobby, I'm like, what would you prefer? Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm doing something fairly innocent and enjoying myself. What would you prefer I was doing? You know what I mean? And it's like there are much worse things I could be doing with my time and my money, but I'm not. You know, so there's that side of it, I suppose. So this is just me trying to justify the disgusting amounts of money I spend on models. Uh, funny they know. My wife does like the fact that I YouTube though. It does get me out of her way, so to speak. You know, it's like I know she's pissed off now. Anyway, things build. Let's deep mill on goes to big of the bit. That is genius, John. That is smart. That's very smart. That's the thing I'm telling you. I think some women would be less angry if you had another woman. It's kind of like, are you building models again? No. I can smell the rebel paint on you. That's that one. That one there. Right, so that is that one built. Bloody hell, that's a big one. Right. And it's still not done. Christ alive. Right, so we need 185, 183. 185, 183, 185, 183. What's that, man? 185, 183. That's 185. Yeah, I had it with a good example of my wife not having a clue of what these costs was when the kid wanted to take R2D2 into school with him. That was the thing he kept pushing for. He said, you know, once R2D2 is finished, we take it in school. And I went, absolutely not. And he was like, why not? And I said, because of how much it bloody costs. And my wife was like, it didn't cost that much. I'm like, oh no, babe, it did. I didn't say that. I was like, yeah, no, it didn't cost that much. I was thinking, Johnny, you know. Right. I'm glad I'm not the only one as well. Right. 181, 183, 185. Right, so it's that piece, and that piece. Okay. Ugh. Right, let's get these bits out. Okie doke. Right. Where are we going with this? So that folds round. Does it? I don't know. Right. Yes, it does. Right, so that folds around like so. Got to have a good stash and become what's known as the world as a sable. Which is the stuff acquired before life expectancy. Oh god, that's funny. I'm already there, man. Right? Honestly, you should see the boxes I've got. It's ridiculous. And I keep telling the same lie, right? I don't like lying, but I keep just telling the same lie. I'm like, oh, that'll break down, no problem. I'm like, yeah, but don't worry about that. There's a practically empty bag. There's nothing of any kind of special in there. It's worth thousands. But no, there's nothing on the bonus for it. Don't worry about that. That'll break down, no problem. I just haven't got around to it yet. And so, what should I put out to recycling? No. I don't expect you to love me. I'll do that, babe. Don't worry about it. It's good. I'll just pop out with the recycling. No, it's okay. I'll take care of it, swear to you. They're all empty, honestly. All those boxes are empty. Just haven't broken them down yet. I'll break them down. No, you're good. Every single one of them falls the brim. And this is the thing, we just don't pay attention to the hours, right? So it's like, I look at the hours that some of these things are going to take, and I'm like, I wouldn't even want to tot it up, right? It's like, right, all the unbuilt models you've got at the moment, if I totted up all the hours it's going to take to build them, right? In my head, I have all this done in a week. In reality, I'm sure they'd be like, no, we just worked out, so it's going to take 3.5 years working 12 hours a day to get through what you've got. And like, no, I reckon I can do it quicker. What's my arrogance? Oh, no, I can do it faster than that. 3.5 years, joking, ain't you? I've done it in 2. Ooh, nearly lost you. This one's bloody big. But this is it. This is the last piece we're building. Then it starts to go together on the model. Now, I don't know if we're going to get to that. I think that might be. We might have to go tomorrow for an hour at 6. I don't want to, but we might have to, I think. Sable. That's just funny. That's really tickled me. Right, that's that one done. Christ. Right. Whew. Let's get all that moved out of the way. Right, now, finally, the base. Ugh. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm flagging because it is 10:30 now, which means I've been going for 3.5. Well, I've been going 3 hours 45 minutes, which is it's a lot, man. So I think we are going to do an hour tomorrow night to finish this off. But this is what's going to happen. So I've got the base here. So now we built all this stuff. It's all going to start leveling up. So it's going to take us. It's going to take about an hour to that, and we're going to do that tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm going to be at midnight here. So we're going to do another stream, as I said, tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So let's have a quick chat. Whew, so, oh god, I got to flip again. Hold on, let me sort that. There you go. So yeah, I wanted to get it all done tonight, but I'm looking at it going, it's at least another hour. It just is, and I'm going to be near midnight by the time I'm done. And I'm conscious of other people that are probably thinking, "Oh, I'm going to go to bed, Scott. You're still going." So what we'll do is we will jump on again for an hour at 6 o'clock tomorrow. So 6 p.m. my time. I will put a thing so you can see when we go live. And we'll pop on and we'll do the hour. It also gives anybody that wants to catch up a chance to catch up. So we can do that as well. I mean, if you are building along and you want to carry on, it's okay. But I really wanted to get it done. But again, I'm conscious of other people that are like, oh, mate, I just want to go to bed and you're still going. So we'll call it a night. And we will finish this tomorrow, 6 p.m. tomorrow. We'll come back. We'll do an hour of this, and then we'll all be done. Sable applies to me as well, John Russell. I love that. I'm going to get a Sable sign for the wall. I've got to get some Sable or a t-shirt or something. I need a Sable sign. That's been the highlight of the night for me, Sable. That's fantastic. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks to every single person that stops by. Thanks to everyone that watches the content of the week. Thank you for all your emails. It's great. It really is. I love that you come out and support the channel. It means so much to me. It really does. And I love talking to all of you. And I love doing these lives. I wish I could do more, but again, with the nature of what I do, I can never guarantee when I'm going to be free. But I'm going to step these up and do a lot more of them. So we'll definitely be on tomorrow. So we will be on 6 p.m. tomorrow. For those of you who are overseas and whatnot, I'll put a reminder in so you can kind of set to your time so you can see. We'll come back, we'll finish this off because all the bits are built now. We're literally just layering it up and finishing it off. So it could be done as little as half an hour tomorrow, an hour, I don't know. I don't want to keep going and keeping you all awake. So thank you for stopping by. If you've got any questions or anything like that, you can contact us at buildingtheboys@outlook.com. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. Again, thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. Take care, and I will see you very soon. Good night.